Regular programming will not be seen at this time in order that we may bring you Boston Bruins hockey.
After two periods Thursday night, Mike Milbury was in a panic.
It's the coach's job to be worried, and tonight I did my job to the nth degree. I was scared to death.
But all that changed in the third period as Ray Bourque's fluke goal opened the floodgates. The Bees scoring 6 straight and picking up a 6-1 win and taking a 3-2 lead in the series. Tonight from the Hartford Civic Center in Hartford, Connecticut, the Boston Bruins look to clinch their best-of-7 series against the Hartford Whalers. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Boston Bruins playoff hockey on TV 38. I'm Gene Levanchi. To clearly overstate the obvious, the Boston Bruins would like to win this game tonight and dispatch the Hartford Whalers for good and earn some extra time off before the Adams Division Final gets underway Wednesday. The Bruins in general, and Cam Neely in particular, are well aware of what they'll have to do to make this happen.
You know, we got to be a lot hungrier in Hartford at the start of the game than we were last time in Hartford at the start of the game. I mean, you know, we know it's not over. The series isn't over, but we realize that we got to come out hard because they're certainly going to come out hard.
Now, on the flip side, the Whalers need tonight's game to keep their season alive and to force a 7th and deciding game at the Garden on Monday night. Now, the league has taken no action against the Whalers' Pat Verbeek. The Bruins had hoped that the league would suspend Verbeek for punching Bob Sweeney while the latter was lying on the ice while being detained by a linesman on Thursday night. And Bobby Carpenter is still out of the lineup. The latest report indicates that Carpenter has water on his injured knee. His status is indefinite. Now, to refresh your memory, the Whalers won Game 6 in Hartford last year as Kevin Dineen scored the game winner in overtime. Hartford forced a Game 7 with a 3-2 win. In a moment, we'll send you out to the Hartford Civic Center where Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson are standing by for the call of tonight's game. Coming up, it's Game 6 of the Adams Division semifinal as the Boston Bruins face off against the Hartford Whalers. TV 38 Sports presents Boston Bruins Hockey, brought to you in part by Baybank, introducing the card with new Express Check. Now you can shop by check without writing a check. By New England Telephone. We're the one for you, New England. New England Telephone. By the Harvard Community Health Plan, the plan for life. By New Michelob Dry. One taste and you'll drink it dry. By your local New England Volkswagen dealers. Well, you'll find Farfignugan. It's what makes a car a Volkswagen. And by Delta Airlines. We love to fly, and it shows.
And welcome back to the Hartford Civic Center. And Derek, a very noisy thousands of Bruins fans here. Noisy bunch.
Well, I drove up today on the Turnpike, and I was waving at a lot of them on the way up. So there's an awful lot of Bruins fans here. A lot of Bruins jerseys in the audience, and I think the noise level will tell you that the Bruins are kind of feeling like they're playing a home game almost.
Well, the 7th-player award deservedly went to Ken Hodge. If there was an 8th-player award, it would have to be Jeff Lazaro.
Jeff Lazaro, we talked about it earlier, a lot of speed, very exciting player. But Lazaro, what was happening to him, the adjustment from defense to left wing, I was a little slow. It started to slow up somewhat. He wasn't getting his chances. Things weren't happening for him. And then now Jeff with 12 shots is proving things.
And right now we're set for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome, everyone, to the Hartford Civic Center. Game between the Bruins and the Whalers. Kerry Fraser, referee tonight. Ron Asseltine, Shane Heyer going to do the lines with him. Good officiating so far in this series. Andy Mogan goal for the Bruins. 14 minutes of hockey he played in the last game is what has the Bruins here one game up on the Whalers. Peter Sudurkowicz getting the nod again. The Hartford goal. He's won 2 of his last 5. 4.2 goals against average. 86.5% save ratio, which he's going to have to work on. Do a little bit better than that. Peter has the talent. Bruins got to get to him early. Work on it, Fred.
And set to go, John Cullen against Dave Poulin. And the draw back to Zalapski. He's on defense with Shaw. Zalapski started to attack. Couldn't do it. Cullen does now. Fakes. Checked by Wesley. Taken down by Wesley. And Wesley gets the puck. Intercepted by Zalapski, and the shot right in, and the save by Andy Moog. Cullen got up, tried to get in the action, and Bourque held him off, and Moog held the puck.
Hartford has scored only 1 goal in the last 5 periods. What they want to do is get some goals early. Mike Milbury was upset about the punch on Bob Sweeney by Pat Verbeek. Good defense there by Wesley. There he gets stripped. No call. There's a shot. There's a result. Often happens. It's an infraction. Offense is the result.
And this important face-off won by Dave Poulin. Important because it's in the Boston zone. And he won it against Cullen. The clear out. And Shaw with it. Up for Cullen. He's broken up quickly on the play by Wesley. The puck given in the zone. Zalapski trying to move it out. At center ice. Bruins take over. Wesley back. Now Christian over the line. Can't hang on. And Zalapski trying to start the play. Galley coming on defense. Shaw drives it in. Moog makes the play out into center ice. Burridge to Christian. The lines are changing though. And back together as Christian fired it in is Cote. Ladouceur. Up for McKenzie. Broken up, knocked back in by Bob Sweeney. And with that damaged eye, puts it in front. Now Hodge. Oh, it was loose. Couldn't quite get it. Just checked on the play. A long shot here by Halik. Saved by Moog. The clear. Bruins break. Possible 2-on-1. It would have been not quite on that. Burridge was free. Hodge, backhanded pass was just blocked.
Tried to feed it through the feet. There's Rick Lee, not happy about that early situation. You do not want to let people come in on your goaltender 2-on-1 like that, especially early. Whalers kind of show a little caution to the wind here. Ken Hodge tried to feed it through to Burridge. Now Hodge gets a great play from Sweeney. There's 2 Whalers. That's Brown and Hunter both. It hits a foot, Cote's foot, but Brown and Hunter both took Bob Sweeney to the boards. Kenny Hodge's 25th birthday today.
Hodge is on the faceoff with Brown, who generally plays wing, has played a little at center, and wins the faceoff. Whalers start from their end. Richards clearing in. Moog out. Move it up the boards and out. Bruins break it. Hodge center ice for Burridge. Burridge over the line. Trying to get the first shot on Sudurkowicz. It is wide. And Huda hammered down Hodge. Richards behind the back for McKenzie. The shot, the save by Moe. That's 3 shots. And the loose puck, McKenzie almost got it as the Bruins were a little sloppy in their end. Richards trying to move, broken out. Burridge takes a hit from Sear, and the Whalers are offside, trying to move in. It is Boston nothing, Hartford nothing. Back in a moment. And the face-off outside the Boston line. Yake there. Ready to move in. 3 shots by the Whalers, but certainly nothing that Moe could not handle. The Bruins do not have a shot on. Solapsky moves it up. Yake over the line, knocked down. Ray Bourque knocked him down and took the puck. Gets it up to Poulin. Poulin, a lead for Nyland, too far ahead. All the way down to Sidorkovich. Solapsky starts it out. In the center ice now, the clear in. And Yake gets it and just misses the net. He was allowed to penetrate. And a great save from the right point by Andy Moe on a shot. Yake had a real threat going, coming in hard. Tomlak keeps it in. Looking for Krieger. This is a hustle-bustle line. And Peterson trying to move it out. He's stopped by Tomlak. Tomlak comes off the boards, broken up. Nyland gets it out. Has a 3-on-2. Nyland over the line, gets it back, is in for a shot and a score by Marquardt. As the Bruins broke 3-on-2, none of the Whalers checked back, and Marquardt makes it 1-0.
Exactly, Fred. Nobody back checks. Caution to the wind. Whalers cut in very deep in the Bruin end of the building, looking for that first goal. There's no doubt in my mind Rick Lee wanted to put a lot of pressure on them to get. Nice play by Nyland. Watch it come back here to Marquardt. There's the key, but he gets it upstairs. Sidorkovich down. Early goal by the Bruins does not mean the Whalers are in any particular trouble at this point. Nice pass by Poulin. Overplayed by Zolapsky, but he never dreamed that Nyland would make the pass. Figured he would take backhand shot.
And the Bruins score in their first shot of the game. Break it out now. This is Janney. Over the line. Puts it in front. Wesley just checked from behind by Dineen as he was set to move it on his backhand from about 20 feet out.
Penalty.
And let's see what's coming up here. Boston leads it 1-0. That goal, Marquardt from Nyland.
Evison
going out, and Lazaro. It is Boston 1, Hartford nothing. Back in a moment. Matching penalties, roughing we assume.
Slashing, kind of just chippy.
So far away, unless we get some kind of a direct report.
You've got to catch the signals from the referee. Or Barry Frazier does those quickly.
Teams are at full strength. And Weimer clears it in. Boston leads 1-0. Marquardt from Nyland and Poulin at 3:17. Whalers break it out. Yake over the line. Puts it in front. Burridge can't get it. A backhander by Dineen. A stand-up save. A screen shot. Blocked by Burridge. But Bruins hemmed in here and finally take control. And Neely breaks it out with Janney. Possible 3-on-2. Shot blocked by Ladouceur as Neely took the drive. At center ice, Galley with it. Galley flips it in. Bruins lead 1-0. The shots of 5 for the Whalers, 1 for Boston. But the 1 for the Bruins, Nevin Marquardt. Indeed. Quick pass, Poulin to Christian. He seems to know just where he is, and Christian's shot was blocked. At the Boston line, Galley and Don Sweeney work it up. Don Sweeney clears it in. Squeako trying to get in. He is held off, and they call it icing. 15:06 left here in the first period.
Nevin Marquardt's first career playoff goal as a Bruin. That's a pretty one. Hartford Whalers, that Playing pretty solid defense. Only giving up the 1 shot, 1 goal. Right here is Yake coming down low, and there's a nice pass. It was off Burridge's foot. The backhand, and Ian gets pretty good wood on that.
I advanced a theory, too many right-handed shots in the Hartford Whalers. What do you think?
Well, we discussed it. We discussed it with Jared Shevers, and that's not a bad point. If they can't make the play in the backhand, I think all the right wingers are starving, and their powers on the right side.
Here is Cullen with a threat, puts it in front, and a penalty coming up on Boston. Poulin took the man down and is going out. And it is Boston 1, Hartford nothing. Back in a moment.
That right-handed theory, John Cullen right-handed. Ideally, you want 2 left-handed, 2 right-handed. In the old days, they would like to have had. There's Cullen. There's the hook down. Maybe Poulin in the box. Smart play. You don't want Cullen to circle that net. Great playmaker that he is.
Well, their number 1 line is all right-handed. Cullen, Verbeek, the right-hand shot, plays left wing. Hunter is at right wing.
You know, and Hunter's a right winger. Verbeek is a right winger and playing the left. Dineen's a right winger. And you don't get the puck over to that side. And then when you have to put a Verbeek on the left wing, although he's got a lot of goals over there, he's learned to make the adjustment. Some players can't. Pat Verbeek certainly has.
The first power play of the game, and the draw is back to Shaw. Whalers winning those faceoffs again. And Cullen in the corner, the playmaker. Hit by Bourque. In to help out Verbeek. Check. And Cullen comes out with a shot. Blocked by Moog. Took a brief look behind. But 2 men converged on Bourque, and Verbeek got it to Cullen, and Cullen fired on Moog.
You know, Fred, you made an interesting comment that assistant coach of the Whalers, Brent Peterson, was an excellent face-off and defensive forward and penalty-killing forward.
And a right-hand shot.
And a right-hand shot. Right here, nice save by Moog. Ray Bourque double-teamed in the corner. Puck squirts loose to Cullen. Everybody's kind of got a man. Wesley has to protect against it going to Hunter right there. Takes the pass away, leaves the shooter, John Cullen, to Andy Moog, who does the job. I think the Whalers had a lot of success on faceoffs. Could be reason why.
Christian won that one. The Bruins vainly trying to get it out, though, and can't do it. And a score here, but a whistle had blown before Hunter put it in.
Calling it a hand pass.
A hand pass, but you could hear the whistle before the puck went in.
And believe me, Andy Moog, here's a whistle you let up. Hunter had to react. He was reacting to the shot from the pass being made. That should get the Whalers up. It should also let the Bruins think twice. Dave Christian goes to try to steal this puck up on top. Cullen falls. There's the hand pass. He barely touched it, if he touched it at all. He may not have gotten a glove on it. And that's certainly what they're arguing. Let's see if he does. Down goes Cullen. He missed it. Bruins get an early break.
It just looks like a hand pass.
It looks like a hand pass.
And the faceoff
We
is
have the benefit of the replay. Kerry Frazier does it.
Bruins win the draw, and Bourque is able to clear it. So that's no goal by Hunter. Ruling the hand pass by Cullen, which on the replay was not a hand pass to Verbeek. Boy, those right-hand shots are working well now. Shaw is one. He drives it in. Bruins overskated, bounces back for them, though. And Bourque able to get it. Lucky bounce for Boston there.
Very lucky. It's 2 bounces in their favor.
Minute left on the power play. 1-0 Boston. Behind the net. Bruins trying to get control. The Whalers do. Verbeek with it. Check.
2 great plays there by Wesley.
Hunter takes down Ray Bourque. Drops his stick and says, I didn't do anything. And Bourque comes over it and gets it to Bob Sweeney, and he's able to clear it. Boy, Hunter knew he came close to a penalty there to nullify the Hartford power play. 1-0 Boston. At the line, a good break up by Gary Galley. Got knocked down on the play, but Zalapski comes back. Good stick handling, playmaker. Back for Halik along the line to Richards. The shot in, blocked. Moe trying to tie it up, can't. And the rebound is out for Burridge. He can carry it out, kills some time, drops it in. Halik looks like he's playing a point. He might go check their lineup. Brown is broken up at the Boston line. And the puck is cleared away by Nevin Marquardt, who has the lone goal of the game, and the Bruins kill off the penalty. Hunter scored, but it was disallowed. And the Whalers break it over the line for a Halik shot here that is blocked. Puck stayed right with him. Brown behind the net, puts it in front, blocked by Skriko. Up for Janney, handle it smartly. In the middle for Don Sweeney. For Neely, his backhander is blocked. Nice passing by Don Sweeney. Skriko in the corner for Janney and Neely, and they couldn't get control just outside the crease. It is back for Galley. Janney made an errant pass to Don Sweeney. He has to go center ice for it. 1-0 Boston, about 8 minutes played in the first period. Nevin Marquardt from Nyland and Poulin. Don Sweeney clears it in. And the Whalers ready to bring it out. Huda moving it up over the line. The shot is wide. The long rebound all the way to center ice. Neely can't hang on to it. Zarley Zalapski, ex-Pittsburgh Penguin. Over the line, moving well, holding. The shot deflected into the stands. The face-off in the Boston zone. And the Boston Bruins 1991 playoff T-shirts and sweatshirts. Order 100% cotton T-shirts for only $14.95, or a 9-ounce heavyweight sweatshirt for just $24.95. Neely, Bork, Moog, or Janney designs are available by calling 1-800-5-BRUINS. All orders shipped within 5 business days. Shots are 8 Hartford, 2 Boston.
And Hartford started to get the quality variety. Bruins more let Hartford put on the show. Hartford is doing that. The Bruins just kind of waiting patiently for their chances.
That's Zalapski. Adds a lot to the offense when he carries.
He carries the puck. And what his secret is Zarley Zalapski backs up defensemen because he has the ability to penetrate. He has the ability to split defense or has the speed to go wide. So they tend to back up and give him the blue line. Right here, break for Hartford. Janney kicks it over, but Neely just can't get a handle on it. 24 square feet between Neely and the puck. Just couldn't get a stick on it.
Tomlak is at center now. McKenzie and Krieger on the wings. And the puck kept in for Shaw. Shot, screen, blocked. Krieger rolls it around. Bob Sweeney moving it. Not out. The Whalers keep it in. It goes to McKenzie. To Krieger. And Rajicka gets it out for Hodge. Possible 2-on-1 with Bob Sweeney. Here comes Bob Sweeney in alone. Scores! Bob Sweeney makes it 2-0. Boston set up by Ken Hodge.
What makes this all happen is Vladimir Rajicka takes the body at the blue line and then punches it out. If he goes in playing puck, there's Rajicka springing Hodge loose. Good check he put on Shaw. Out comes Ken Hodge, a great soft pass in a high slot. Let Sweeney go out, bring Sederkowicz down and go upstairs. Beautiful goal by Bob Sweeney. The Whalers pressing deep again, caught, a little sloppy at their own blue line. Excellent play by Hodge. Bobby's got him down now. When you're down there, when you're coming at that net, watch what Bobby Sweeney sees at the end from this ice. Right there, that is not very much to be able to put a puck in. You play at this level, college level, junior, they really start making those shots. Very comfortable, Bob Sweeney, with that angle.
Rajicka picks up the point as he blocked it out of the Boston zone, set Hodge away for the 2-1. So it's Bob Sweeney from Hodge and Rajicka. Earlier, Marquardt from Nyland and Poulin. 2-0 Boston. And the Bruins have just 3 shots. But 2 have gone in. Whalers, of course, will be opening up even more. At center ice, Richards drives it in now.
I think the Whalers really did focus game plan. Open up.
Brown
Get
in
that
it.
first goal.
Gives it away to Nyland. Bruins over the line again. Marquardt trying to set it in.
That was tripping and no call.
Huda now starts it back for the Whalers at center ice. Bork breaks it up and hammers it back in. 10:20 left in the first period. 2-0 Boston. Nevin Marquardt and Bob Sweeney have scored. Don Sweeney keeps it in. Janney couldn't quite hold it in. Puck cleared into the stands on a face-off call. It is Boston 2 and Hartford nothing. Back in a moment. At center ice, Bruins trying to come back. Play broken up. Don Sweeney knocks it away. Everson trying to move. Stopped by Janney and Lazaro. Lazaro rolls it in on Sidorkovich. They've adjusted the scoreboard. They list the Bruins with just the 2 shots and 2 goals. Sear coming back. Shot is wide of Andy Moog. Rebound is Janney. Looking for Neely. Broken up. The follow-up. Center ice. It is Don Sweeney able to clear it in. Lazaro trying to get in there. It was taken down. And they let it go as he kept battling. Whalers come back and they're offside at the Boston line. Delayed call. Lazaro works it out. Lazaro broken up. And let's see what.
I think he's calling Sear for a slash.
Sear is going out. The Bruins on a power play. Boston 2, Hartford nothing on TV 38.
Well, Paul Sear, kind of a high sticking kind of a slash right there on Neely. Kind of a cheap shot, a little bit of an elbow and all as well. Bruins on the man advantage, 10 for 33. 30.3%, second best in the playoffs amongst all NHL teams. Bruins 4 for 8 in game 5 total time. 10.5 minutes on the power play in game 5.
Janney, Skriko, Neely, Bork and Wesley. Yake, the forechecker on Ray Bork. 2-0 Boston. Wesley drives it in. Whalers trying to clear it, kept in at the point for Skriko. Skriko knocked, taken down. And the Bruins have to start again. Ray Bork tried to set up Skriko. Zalapsky back to get it. Around for Yake. And Yake to Krieger. The shot missed the net. Rebound almost kicked back in by Wesley inadvertently. Here comes Janney. Over the line. Check. Back is Wesley. Wesley for Neely. Back for Bork. Right shot. Blocked by Sidorkovich. Neely for Wesley to Bork. Shot. Just wide. Janney behind the net. Can't get it. And now Cote able to drive it out.
Looking power play on the last little bit of it.
45 seconds left on the Boston power play. Bruins lead 2-0. Ray Bork with Christian out there now. Gets it off for Poulin. Drives it around. Christian trying to make a play from the corner. Lotta Seward poked it to the other corner. Tomlak there. Able to move it out. With a pass up for Everson. Now back for Tomlak. He goes deep. Killing time on the Boston power play. Stopped on the boards, but he gets it. Gets it back for a shot by Cote. Knocked away by Andy Moog. Moog is chopped down.
Dean Everson's going for a cross-check on Moog.
And the Bruins power play will simply continue. Boston in front 2-0. 7:26 left. 6 seconds left on the Sear penalty.
Watch Andy Moog. Wisely steps in between, right? He catches it. He doesn't know he's coming. Sees him. Doesn't bother getting out of the way, though. Everson kind of... And Moog takes the loop-to-loop. So, oh, my God, he nailed me. It's the first time in this series the Bruins have had a 2-goal lead in the first period. And it's a great start when you get 2 goals on 2 shots.
The shots by Nevin Marquardt and Bob Sweeney. The faceoff is outside the Boston line. And the Bruins will continue on a power play. Everson in a cross-checking mode.
That didn't seem like that bad a power play, and the Bruins still only managed the one shot.
Right now, it is Janney out there.
Whalers seem to be double teaming the man with the puck, double teaming the puck. One guy taking the body, that first man, wherever he is, second man hover around. And they've been burned on it twice. And I think it's a game plan to get that early goal is one thing, but when you're down 2, I think it's time to refrain from doing that. One man to the puck carrier and leave it one-on-one and play a little more patient and wait for your chances.
Galley coming, Sear is out of the box. Galley moves in, pokes it in deep. And a whistle here.
Calling it a hand pass.
Hand pass from Galley. Earlier, of course, he called a hand pass on Cullen that we saw in the replay. Cullen didn't make, but it nullified a Hunter goal. And then Boston came back on the second score by Bob Sweeney.
It wasn't that Cullen didn't try desperately to hand pass it. It's just that he ran out of arm. The puck kind of slipped away beyond his fingers. It was very, very close, and it certainly looked like he might have touched it. He made an immediate call. It isn't that he hesitated at all.
From where Frazier was looking at it, you can understand why he thought it was indeed a hand pass. And the gesture by Cullen.
Yeah, it certainly looked like he had completed all he wanted. Didn't get a lot of glove on it. Moog may have let up on the Hunter shot somewhat, hearing the whistle prior to the pass.
Galley is playing a mile away from where the faceoff.
What they've got is the exchange, and they couldn't make it. With you know, they wanted Bork on left defense, and Galley to come overhead to still be on the ice, because the last change was Hartford's.
That's the reason. Okay, Bork is out there. Rajicka tips it in. He picked up an assist on the goal. Back to Bork. Up the boards. Rajicka back. Wesley in for Neely. Shot. Save Sidorkovich. Neely was open. It's over to Janney. Bork. They trade passes into Rajicka in front. Blocked. Sprawling Ladouceur stopped that one. Not a bad power play for Boston.
A great early play by Rajicka that set it all in motion. Does not wait. Rajicka sees a play. He's hockey, kind of like shooting pool. He thinks a couple of moves ahead.
Wesley drives it in. Neely going for it. Skriko, but it's Huda getting it. And out to Yate. Yate coming on board. Ridden off. Puck rides into Moog. And he ties it up. 42 seconds left on the Everson penalty. 6:08 left. First period.
Sound man-to-man defense by Ray Bork there. He lost sight of the puck. He was not playing the puck on Yake. This is a few minutes ago. Bounces over the crossbar. Off Wesley's leg. Moog makes the right pad save. That was a few minutes back. Hardy in getting the replay up.
And the faceoff coming up to the right of Andy Moog. 42 seconds on the Boston power play. Nevin Marquardt, Bob Sweeney with the Boston scores. The shots are 8 Hartford, 5 Boston. Sear, Richards, and the shot deflected wide as the Whalers continue to win those faceoffs. Not all of them, but
certainly enough to have any coach concerned.
Ray Bork works it in deep. Rajicka trying to go for it. Huda able to clear it out.
There's an example of 2 Bruins double teaming the puck. Galley and Christian down low.
Ray Bork starts it out. 12 seconds left. Up for Skriko. Skriko deep. Trying to make the play. It's back to Bork. Bork closing, shooting and missing wide. Oh, just missed the far post. Skriko puts it around. The Whalers are back at full strength. And Everson able to pick it up. Work it over the line. Back to get it Christian, and the Bruins control. Up for Rajicka. He is stopped by Shaw. 5 minutes left, first period. Everson over the line, and the Whalers are offside. It is Boston 2 and Hartford nothing. Back in a moment.
This is Gene Levanchi back in our Boston studios. The Montreal Canadiens are looking to advance to the Adams Division Final with a win on enemy ice in Buffalo tonight. We'll have highlights of that matchup, plus check the status of every playoff series. John Pearson shares his playoff pointers, while Dana Hersey serves up a Movie Loft preview. Until then, let's return to Fred and Derek at the Hartford Civic Center.
And the faceoff is outside the Boston line. Our producer for TV 38, Ken London. Weimer, a long shot on Sidorkovich. He was maybe trying to pass to Burridge, but he put it on net, so there's no icing. Here comes Zalapsky, a real threat. And he gets it well over the line, gets the shot. Stand-up save by Moog. Bruins kind of backed off. And a player hurt. Hartford player, penalty coming up. Is it a high stick? Bruins.
Oh, I think he was late.
Bruins will be short-handed. It is Boston 2, Hartford nothing. Back in a moment.
If someone is as close to their broker as they are their doctor or their lawyer, I think then they can sleep nights knowing that their money is safe and it's working for them to safeguard their future and their children's future. And they talk to you, Tucker Anthony. They make sure you understand every step of the way where your money's going. I'd look to longevity. I would look to somebody who's been doing it for nearly 100 years, and that certainly has been Tucker Anthony. I wish I had met Tucker Anthony sooner.
Bob Sweeney just received a 5-minute major for high sticking. He is gone for the game. Here it is in the corner. There's Hunter. Sweeney up with a stick. Clipped him right along the nose. Good call. It did catch him on the face. Hunter doesn't think it's getting called at this point, so he takes his head out of his hands, and then he sees that he got it.
And now the 4:33 left in the first period, and the Whalers will have a 5-minute power play. Way back in game number 1, a turning point was Hunter picking up a 5-minute penalty, and the Bruins not able to do anything on it.
This is yes, Fred. In order it's at the end of the period, too. The Bruins can go this into the dressing room without them getting one or two.
Shaw shot. Moog the save. And he gets it away to Poulin, and he clears it. Lazaro and Poulin are out there now. Ray Bork and Glenn Wesley. Zalapsky over the line. Hit and broken up by Wesley. Bork clears it around, and Poulin breaks it to center ice. And offside is Lazaro, which is not a bad play in essence, really.
Not bad. Really, if you think about it, never have I ever thought offside was not a bad play, but
I'm thinking that it gives you a breather.
It's a little breather. The face-off is kind of in a harmless spot, and no power plays ever practice doing anything from here, so they'll take it back behind their own net if they win the draw and try to regroup. They've got 5 minutes to do something with it.
And Poulin and Lazaro get a second breath. They stay out there.
There they go, back behind their own net.
Behind their net. Richards goes all the way. Blocked by Andy Moog. Brown, a fourth forward maybe. On the power play, Zalapsky, a shot missed. Richards able to keep it in. No, Brown is a forward, not playing the point. Zalapsky with it, in for Cullen.
Get on, someone's got to get on, force Cullen. You can't let him play like that.
Two great saves by Andy Moog. The first one on Richards, the second on Brown. The puck kept in. Now Zalapsky loses it. Bork breaks it out and clears it. Mike Milbury able to make a change. Couple of marvelous saves there by Andy Moog. 3:10 left in the period. Again, the Bruins failed to clear it when they had a poke at it. Marquardt drives it up and out. Christian trying to break for it. Christian is stopped by Cote. 5-minute major against Boston. Boston leads 2-0. Cote keeps it in. Dineen misfires. Don Sweeney trying to work it out. Can't do it. Kept in. Shaw shot wide. The rebound. Poke to the corner. Now back for Dineen. He's back at the point. Gets it for Cote. The shot blocked by Andy Moog as Cote snapped it off. It is back for Shaw. Deflected wide. Bruins would like to change up, but heavy pressure here. Shot by Dineen. Kicked out by Andy Moog. Everson behind the net. Sear broken up. Boston moving it up and out. And they're able to make a change. Bourque coming back out. Off comes Brown. The shot blocked by Andy Moog. But Don Sweeney who's able to clear it out. 1:48 left in the period. 2-0 Boston. 2:12 left on the major. Zalapski able to hold it and clear it in deep. He gets it back. His pass blocked. Cullen back out there. Puck goes to Bourque. Bourque around Lazaro, able to tip out.
Richards paying a lot of attention to Lazaro and not the puck.
Over the line, it is Verbeek passing it off. Bruins check it in deep. Bourque taken down on the play. Skriko, Bourque back up, gets it, and clears it. And a minute left on the major against Bob Sweeney. 1:31 left overall. Minute left in the period. Cullen, checked by Lazaro. Works it over the line, but the play is offside. Brown was offside. The Whalers are up to 15 shots. They've had 7 on this major.
What superb goaltending by Andy Moog. The defense has really given the Whalers too many opportunities to move this puck at Moog with some authority. In one save with the right leg that went down between his legs and out the other side of the net. A couple of breaks for Boston's effort as well. Puck bouncing pretty well for them. It's coming to them. Right here is just a redirect. Now, saved by Moog, and Brown just can't get it up. Bourque there to bother him, however, but...
And we have 50 seconds left in the period, and this is Richards. Works it, broken up, retained by Cullen, intercepted by Christian, and cleared. Big defensive play by Dave Christian.
Good read there, Fred. He waited for the play. He saw the play. Cullen kind of telegraphed that, sent him a message. It's coming to your winger.
30 seconds left. This one cleared in. Galley going for it. It's wrapped around the boards, and the Bruins have it. Christian failed to clear. Zalapski keeps it in. Christian able to clear it this time. 14 seconds left in the period. And then there'll be just about 30 seconds left on the major. Zalapski taken down.
Great hit by Poulin.
Poulin the hit. He really wrapped Zalapski. The Bruins clear it to center ice. 27 seconds left on that major. And the score at the end of one period is Boston 2, Hartford nothing. Now Gene Levanchi for tonight's first intermission.
All righty, Fred, just ahead, we'll update the scores and have highlights from action in both the Wales and Campbell conferences. Dana Hersey with a movie lot preview. And John Pearson's warming up the telestrator. And we'll share his thoughts on the first period. It's all ahead when Bruins hockey continues in just a moment. Nevin Marquardt and Bob Sweeney are goal scorers. The Boston Bruins with a 2-0 lead after the first period of play from the Hartford Civic Center. Now, like the Bruins, the Montreal Canadiens are looking to wrap up their Adams Division semifinal on the road. Les Habitants face the Sabres at the Odd in Buffalo this evening. So far, it's a scoreless game in the first period of play. Patrick Roy and Clint Malarchuk, the goaltenders in that contest. 2 upsets still under construction over in the Patrick Division semifinals. The Washington Capitals leading the New York Rangers 3-0 in the first period of play. The Caps looking to finish off the Rangers with a win. That's adios to this season for the New York Rangers. New Jersey leads 1-0 over Pittsburgh in the first period of play. John McClain, the only goal so far for the Devils. New Jersey win will clinch the series for the Devils, and they will advance to the Patrick Division Final. Now, like in the Wales Conference, everything over in the Campbell Conference stands at 3-2. In the Smythe semifinals, the LA Kings have regained the series lead in their battle with the Vancouver Canucks. Last night at the Great Western Forum, it was Game 5, down 2-1 in the first. The Kings come back to tie it. Wayne Gretzky centers. The puck is deflected, but Luc Robitaille is there to one-time the loose puck. Game tied at 2. In the second, Canucks retake the lead. Gerald Diddick fires from the point. The puck makes its way through traffic for a 3-2 Vancouver lead. The Kings come back to tie it at 4 and take the lead for good as Brad Jones bounces on the rebound. 5-4 Los Angeles. A little later, Wayne Gretzky picks up his 4th assist. He gets a helper as Tomas Sandstrom cleans up in the goal mouth. The Kings win 7-4 and take a 3-2 lead in that series. Luc Robitaille, by the way, had 2 goals in that contest. Now, in the other Smythe Division semifinal, the Calgary Flames beat Edmonton 5-3 last night. Kerry Wilson had a pair of goals in that contest for the Flames. The Oilers can clinch that series with a win on home ice tomorrow night. In the North Division, a shocker. Minnesota 6-0 over Chicago. North Stars lead that series 3-2. And St. Louis comes back to bring themselves within a game of tying up the Detroit Red Wings. Brett Hull had a pair of goals. Adam Oates had a hat trick in St. Louis' 6-1 win last night. St. Louis needs a win at Joe Louis Arena tomorrow night to stay alive, or else the Red Wings will advance into the North Division Final. We have to take a timeout. Dana Hersey brings us a movie law preview when Bruins Hockey on TV 38 continues after these messages.
Wants the strikeout. And the throw not in time. Nobody's going to get to that ball unless they're standing in Kenmore Square. Sean McDonough along with Bob Montgomery.
Nevin Marquardt and Bob Sweeney have lit the lamp for the Bruins in the first period of play. The Bees with a 2-0 lead after 1 in Hartford.
Fabio shot. I made a lot of moves in my day. But the best move I ever made was to the Bay Bank card. Now with Express Check. It's the bank card that works like a check. Shouldn't you make your move to Bay Bank?
John Pearson with us once again to share some playoff pointers. And John, we noticed all series that the Hartford Whalers have had some pretty good forechecking. That's caused the Boston Bruins a lot of problems, but we aren't seeing that tonight.
Well, I think, Gene, that one of the big surprises in this whole series has been the aggressive play of the Hartford Whaler forwards. That's where the key to the Hartford Whalers' success so far in the playoffs. Tonight, we're not seeing as much of the body contact that they had exhibited, especially in the game the night before last and in the previous games in Hartford, where they were really going around and like a buzzsaw and running into everybody. And we're going to show you here one of the keys to winning hockey naturally is how you move the puck out of your own end through center ice. And we've got the Bruins. Moog is fielding the puck behind the net. And this is Gary Galley here moving in. Well, we're going to show you right here what the Hartford Whalers are not doing tonight that they've done in the previous games. As they move through, you now have the Hartford Whaler forward right here, sort of just skating through the play as he tries to take the 2 Bruins out, but fails to do it as we roll this through. But the rest of the 2 forwards, we'll see them in a moment coming through as Bob Sweeney fields it, but we're going to hold it right there. Now you've got 3 Whalers right here. Nobody's playing the body, nobody's bumping into anybody. Now that is something we have not seen them do in the game so far in the 5 previous games as the Bruins with Hodge carrying it. We'll roll this out. And here comes the Bruins and Ken Hodge through center ice. And they move the puck as well out of their own end in that first period as they have almost in the total series. Now here the Bruins get a real big break, but we want to show you the play of the position of the Bruins forwards ready to do almost anything, go on offense or help out the defense on the defensive aspect as Nyland carries the puck through center ice. Now here's where he makes the good play right here, making that pass to Poulin, because this defenseman is going to be the ultimate key to how this goal is scored. And this is Nevin Marquardt, who is the ultimate goal scorer. And we'll roll this through as we run this play. And here comes Poulin. Nice little soft pass under the stick of the Hartford Whaler defenseman. Now right here, Zalapsky took a last little look at Marquardt, but what Marquardt did that was really smart, he put the brakes on right about this moment right now when Zalapsky was not looking. Zalapsky thought he might head for here and he'd be in the way of the pass that would come across. Marquardt put the brakes on. Nyland realized it, and we roll this through. Watch now, Marquardt slowing down right there, gets the good slap shot away, top corner, right over the catching glove of Sidorkiewicz, and it's a big goal for the Boston Bruins. Now right here, this is the key move right here, as we talked about a little moment ago. Just too far. When you have a 3-on-2, this guy is just too far. He should have been more like over here, not worry about Poulin, who could have gone down here without too much concern, but he elected to go too close to Poulin. He left this large hole here for Nyland, and as we roll this through, you're going to see this nice play develop. Poulin to Nyland. Here's where Marquardt starts to put the brakes on. A little backhand pass right here. Marquardt perfectly positioned. This good right skate in a forward position, ready to go to the net. And we roll this through and watch this nice slap shot. Wrist chop, slap shot, top corner, up over the catching glove. And the Bruins had a solid 1-goal lead. Now right here we're going to show you, this kid can pass the puck, but we want to show you two things really good here. Now we want to show you, watch this face right here. Where is he looking? He's looking in this direction. Where's Andy Moog looking? Andy Moog is looking right here. We talk about the concentration of Andy Moog. He's not paying any attention to Cullen as how where he's looking. He's looking at this puck. Now this is not a good goal scorer, generally speaking, because a good goal scorer, when he gets to this point, says, hey, I'm going to take the shot on net, should have turned the head around and taken a look at this net, where he could have gone that he might have been able to beat Moog. But now as we roll this through, watch Cullen's head. Never changes position. He's not even looking at Moog. He just drives it at the net, and Moog's ready there with good concentration to grab it. And that has been the bugaboo in Game 5. Cullen had some great scoring opportunities, but Cullen looks too much to pass for the Hartford Whalers, Gene, and not enough to shoot. I think he's got to develop that killer instinct to get around that net and really drive it.
It's the first time I think anyone has ever called Nevin Marquardt the ultimate goal scorer, but interesting nonetheless. As far as the Bruins and momentum are concerned, obviously they have the 2 goals, and they've all but now killed off this 5-minute major at the end of the first period. There are a few seconds that carry over into the second. That, I would imagine you would agree with, is a big momentum booster for the Bruins, and it's got to serve as an emotional problem and a letdown for the Whalers, unable to score in the 5-minute power play and still down 2 goals.
No question, Gene. If you look back to Game 1 when the Bruins had the 5-minute power play, they were leading 1-0, and they did nothing with it, and Hartford came up. This is certainly a very strong plus for the Boston Bruins, and they're now ahead 2-0, which is not really comfortable, but certainly better than just 1-0.
All right, good points, John. We'll see you again during our second intermission. Right now, for the call of tonight's second period, let's send it back to Fred and Derek in Hartford.
Thank you, Gene and John. And set to go. There's 27 seconds left on that major.
Good period for the Boston Bruins. And good sound hockey. They're getting a couple of breaks going their way, and that sometimes is as important as hard work and effort. Gotta say, Fred, hello to the kids at Archbishop Williams High School. The Tucker Anthony Cares program was there yesterday. Hockey team, state champs, Weasel and his friends.
Andy Moog getting set in the net, and Clive Fazioli back talking with Ken London about the Tucker Anthony Club Classic next year.
We're going to have it done. We're a little undecided whether to have it at the Ridge Club or at Holly Ridge, but we'll find 3 pretty holes and do it again.
All right, set to go, and the Bruins still shorthanded on that major against Bob Sweeney, who scored a goal, was kicked out for high sticking and cutting Hunter. Cullen drives in. Moog able to trap it. Can't clear it. Now a whistle.
Say a little punching going on.
Let's see what's Frazier's calling a penalty.
Hunter's getting the gate, I believe. Hunter's going to go and talk to him.
That nullifies the power play. So the Bruins killed it off. 4 minutes and 46 seconds. And you have to credit Moog. And looking at Moog's style, very much stand-up goaltending.
What he's doing, right here's the penalty. Here's Wesley going. There's the dump. Facing the boards. Kind of a late hit by Hunter. Accomplished nothing. Glenn Wesley's been playing superb hockey. Tough, clean hockey. Thought he handled himself well in the fight the other night. Talking with him after, so how are you going to punch the guy with a visor on? If you're going to get in a fight with a visor, I believe you should be suspended. Throw it off. Just think you'll get suspended every game thrown out of the game that you fight with a visor on. The fight, take it off.
Yake wins the faceoff. Each team short a man. And in the Boston zone, Bork with it. Falls down but clears it around for Neely. Bruins killing time because they'll go on a power play shortly. They are on the power play now. Bork fires it in. Neely off for Janney. Janney works it in. Flipped by Skriko, back to Bork. But too slow. Krieger had it.
What a
for
break.
A breakaway.
What a break for the Bruins that was.
Skriko and Janney drop it for Wesley. Wesley in for Janney. For Wesley, the shot wide. Bork keeps it in. Power play Boston. Great play. Neely pokes it back for Bork. The shot and the save, Sidorkovich. In deep. Skriko, Neely missed the net. Well set up. Usually does not miss from there, just outside the crease. Bork's passes intercepted by Ladouceur. Bork played 10.5 minutes of the first period. Ladouceur works it all the way into the corner. Boston trying to come out. Everson broke it up. Kept it in. Sear puts it in front, but Janney has it. Can't set up Neely. Neely missed the net on Boston's best setup.
Yeah, the two great setups were on that power play. So Hartford rather kind of survived it. Neely rarely misses from where Skriko gave him the puck.
And Everson forechecking now. The Bruins work it out. Janney at the line. Dropped it off, but Neely was too far behind, and that didn't work.
You look at someone out of the corner of your eye, you got to pick up the speed of that person too. Craig Janney saw Neely, just released it a little quick. Cam wasn't skating with the speed he thought.
Everson comes back now. The teams are at full strength. Boston leads 2-0. Poulin can't get the long pass. Rolls down near Sidorkovich. Salapsky checked in deep. Galley keeps it in. Trying to set up the play in front. Rajicka. Christian scores! Rajicka! A magnificent play to Christian to make it 3-0.
Ah, what a hockey player that young man is. Vladimir Rajicka does not panic when he gets the puck. He knows exactly what to do with it. He found it curling Dave Christian. Now watch it come out. Right here, Zalapsky overskates it. We're playing a little flat tonight. It gets dumped back in. Rajicka sees it's going to be missed. Steps out of the way. Gets the puck back. He waits. Backhands it softly to Christian. Comes across. What an excellent play by Rajicka. To find Christian. Up, Davey Christian figured get out of the way before I get hit after the whistle.
Rajicka has 2 assists.
2 assists. 2 nice plays by Rajicka. Nice to have him back. Getting healthier every game. Getting in game shape. Bobby Carpenter to return shortly.
And Dave Christian, his 4th series goal. Set up by Vladimir Rajicka. A heavy hit on Marquardt by Huda. 3-0 Boston. And Rob Brown breaks it out. Brown is playing center. Moves it into the corner for Holik. Holik jammed up. Brown. Don Sweeney rolls in front. Marquardt checks the play.
Good defensive work by Marquardt to stay with a very dangerous Holik.
And Galley clears it down to the Hartford zone. 3.5 minutes played in the second period. 3-0 Boston. Marquardt, Bob Sweeney, and Christian, the goals. Weimer, as the Bruins started out. It's up for Burridge. He can't hang on. And the Whalers coming right back. Burridge back checks, breaks it up, skates it free. Clears it in. Nyland moving in.
Nyland had Zalapsky lined up, and Randy Burridge got in the way, and he had to slow down.
There's a 3-on-3, and others coming up for the Whalers. And the Bruins almost got a breakaway on that as the Whalers all pinched in. The puck is cleared down. Zalapsky starts it back. Now it's out for Krieger. Good speed skater. Gains the line. Drops the puck, and it's lost. And the Bruins, Hodge breaks it out. He has an assist. Gives it to Burridge. Shot off the post. He had Nyland open. Bruins get their chances. Nyland swings it across for Bork. Bork's pass broken up by Zalapsky. Mike Milbury changing up. Janney line coming out as Yake drops it in the Boston zone. The shots are 15-8 for the Whalers. They had a 5-minute major, and the Bruins held them off. Back comes Lazaro to be dumped by Cote. Steal, though, by Janney. Over to Lazaro in the corner. Back to the point. Knocked away and into the stands on a faceoff call. It is Boston 3, Hartford nothing. Back in a moment. And a look at the stands here at the Civic Center. There's your time, and the Bruins lead. That Lazaro is one tough customer, Derek. 180 pounds.
Resilient. Very, very resilient player. He gets hit hard a lot. Puts his body in places that most people would like to stay out of.
There it is. He's right in, and he checked the play and nearly gets it. In for Janney. Lazaro sets up in front and is just checked in the play by Ladouceur. Right back comes Deneen. Long shot wide. Everson pokes it deep. A hit on Neely, and down he goes. As the Whalers are throwing their weight around now.
It's all right.
Oh, Lazaro. He is hurt. He hit Everson. Lazaro is down. And Lazaro is hurt.
Charlie horse, I think. I hope it's a Charlie horse. He's trying to straighten the knee out. He caught a knee in the thigh. I want to speculate. Wind knocked out of him, maybe. There's Everson. There's Lazaro.
It was Lazaro trying to line him up.
Good job of it. Just caught a piece of him. Then he gets spun around in the air. He's not very...
Boston's third goal, Dave Christian, his fourth of the series from Galley and Rajicka. The earlier goals were by Nevin Marquardt and Bob Sweeney in the first period. Jim Narrigan now talking. He talked about the toughness, but that was one hit too many. It appeared to me, and as you see the replay, that it was Lazaro trying to line up Everson, who had the puck. The score, Boston 3, Hartford nothing. Back in a moment on TV 38.
Jeff Lazaro has left the ice. Now with a little help.
Right leg.
Right leg. I hope it's not the right knee.
And now the Bruins have, well, we won't speculate on Lazaro, but Bob Sweeney is out of the game with the high-sticking major. This face-off wrestled by Poulin. Polite moves in deep. Bruins poke it around, and Galley gets it up to Christian. Out. And breaking now is Poulin. Going deep. Skriko, rather. Skriko is checked. Skriko, Christian fighting for it. Huda there. Skriko keeps foiling it. And they get it out to Poulin for a shot and a save by Sidorkovitz. Skriko got it out there.
What a great play. A great hustle by Petri Skriko. He played it back into his feet 2 or 3 times, tucked it into his foot to protect it. He quickly gets it out. Dave Poulin just a little higher than he would like to be with a quick redirect here. It's a great shot by Poulin to get this away, and it was accurate as well. Saved by Sidorkovitz.
And the face-off outside the Boston blue line. Rob Brown has moved it now. They're putting out the Cullen line. And McKenzie goes to left wing. And Nyland is at right wing. So let's see what happens here.
Well, this would probably be the time for it.
Cullen, Verbeek, and McKenzie on the left. Nyland and McKenzie. Weimer drives it in. Stays on. The Bruins, Hodge in deep. Checked by Huda. Hodge gets it again. Doesn't want to give it away, so is very careful in the corner. Now Richards for McKenzie. At center ice, Cullen is broken up, never really had control. Winding up is Richards. Forechecking is Nyland. Hodge, Burridge, Nyland the line. 3-0 the Bruins. And Weimer, a poke check, broke it up at center ice. Back is Cullen. Right on him is Burridge, forcing the play back. 7 minutes into the second period, 3-0 Boston. Richards able to work it out this time. Now to Verbeek. Verbeek's pass stopped. Now it goes across, and McKenzie missed it. Gets it in the corner. Gives it for a shot on by Zalapsky. A save by Moog. Puck kept in by Verbeek. Around for Cullen. Now Weimer on Cullen. Weimer clears it out. Shaw drives it back. And Weimer in control. Big defenseman goes to center ice and drops it in the Whalers zone, and Mike Milbury able to make a change. Peterson and Bork are on defense now. Zalapsky up for Everson. Can't move in with it. And loses it to Bork. Bork, the clear out. Batted back in, and they have to wait for Everson to clear the zone. Well, the Bruins are able to check the play, and Peterson gets it. Up to Marquardt, who's at left wing with Janney and Neely. Marquardt knocked down Everson.
Kind of a forearm shiver he gave him.
In the Boston zone, Bork takes over. Everson is after him, and Bork clears it away. It's going to be icing. 11:31 left in the second period. 3-0 Boston. Back in a moment.
Well, in Montreal, Brent Gilchrist is put the Canadians up by 1-0. Big game there as well. Everybody's tied. I mean, not everybody is even at 3 games to 2. I don't mean that they're even 3 games to 2, but everybody that's playing in the playoffs, one team is. I started that off wrong, didn't I? And all the series are 3 games to 2. Starting tonight, who gets eliminated and who takes it to 7.
Washington leads Rangers 3-0.
That's it.
Puck kept in by Halik. Broken up by Don Sweeney, and it's cleared out. They don't list a shot on net by the Whalers in this second period. The Bruins have 3, and one of them went in. Christian. Pass for Brown. It's offside. Brown is playing center in this game. Mostly he's been a winger. He was traded for Scott Young, a Pittsburgh-Hartford deal by general manager Eddie Johnston.
A lot of conversation going on out there between Poulin and Rajicka. Things organized. Vladimir speaking better all the time.
Get all the news behind the sports headlines on SportsBeat. Well, we'll tell you about it. Rajicka and Poulin clears it in. And out comes Richards. Could be icing. Don Sweeney, great speed, made sure he was there well ahead on that one. Get all the news behind the sports headlines on SportsBeat. SportsBeat will be seen tomorrow at 9 o'clock on TV 38. Upton Bell, Bob Lobel, Bob Ryan. This week's special guest, Gil Santos. Well, they'll run the gamut on Sports Talk this weekend on SportsBeat on TV 38. Icing against the Whalers. 10:53 left. I thought they had one shot on, but I guess not. If they,
it's not that
that's
big
it.
a deal. Yeah. It's the
You
Whalers.
you don't like those shot reports that I give. I give them all year long.
I know you do.
I give them with great regularity.
You do,
and
enthusiasm, I might add. You give it with great enthusiasm.
And you just want to talk about quality shots, and then you look at that Bork shot the other night.
Well, we had a 3-3 tie, right? 3-3 tie in Quebec. We had 70 shots, 3-3. So There's arguments on both sides.
Rajicka at left wing with Poulin and Christian. And the Cullen line out there. A lead for Verbeek. Too far. Galley almost had it. Now Verbeek gets it. Verbeek drops it behind the net. Poulin there to help out. Takes a hit from Hunter.
A little on the high sticking.
And Bruins break it out. Galley over the line. Moves it up. Christian can't get it, and Zalapski winding up. Away to Verbeek. The right-hand shot on left wing. This is kept in by Shaw. Another right-hand shot. The pass across broken up. And away comes Christian, who has a goal. Christian with Hodge. Drops it for Skriko. Skriko to Hodge. Saved by Sidorkovich. Bruins worked that beautifully. And almost had goal number 4.
That could be a big save.
It is Boston 3, Hartford nothing. We're halfway through the game.
Excellent opportunity created by good puck handling by Skriko to Ken Hodge. Mike Milbury would have breathed a little easier had that one gone in. Right there's a little tuck and slide. Hodge just can't get good wood on it. Sidorkovich more to desperation than anything else. Down on both knees, squarely facing Hodge. Hit his arm.
The Boston line is Hodge with Burridge on the left and Nyland on the right. We have no report yet on Lazaro. Nyland fights to keep it in, can't. And over the line now on the right side comes Krieger. Broken up, and Boston moves it right back. A long shot by Hodge. Burridge trying to keep it in, does. Broken up by Yates. Hunter went down as he tangled with Hodge. Now Yake in the center ice. Checked on the play by Weimer. Good stop by Weimer. And Bruins break it out. Nyland trying to move in on the right wing. Held off a bit. Richards check. Bruins slide it across in front, but Burridge can't reach it. And the Whalers, Yake works it out. Drops it in the Boston zone. They have not listed a shot on net for the Whalers in the second period. And the Bruins have picked up 4. And Christian scored. Bruins lead it 3-0. Deneen over the line. Moves for a shot. Beautiful save by Andy Moog on one of those aggressive rushes by Kevin Deneen, and a good shot. A big save.
Good
It
hit
is
by Peterson, too.
Boston 3, Hartford nothing. Back in a moment.
Andy Moog, stand up tonight.
He made a big save on Deneen there. That was the first shot by the Whalers, but I tell you, it was labeled. Good glove, hand stop.
Good catching save. Al Peterson coming across on Deneen. Forces him to shoot a little quicker. When he goes outside of Bork, the puck bounces for Deneen. Now he's reaching, snaps off the shot. Peterson takes a good solid whack at him. Al Peterson's playing very well. Not giving him much credit.
On the faceoff, the Bruins break it out. Bork for Marquardt, the goal scorer. He got the first one. He goes deep. Leaves it for Neely. Neely, nobody bothering him. A shot by Janney, and it's missed. Boy, a great setup. Neely had all day to set him up. Neely wheeling in the zone, gets it to Janney. Janney put it quickly in front, but Marquardt was covered. And Deneen coming back. Broken up at the line by Peterson. Ladouceur winding up. Can't set up Deneen. It floats to Ray Bork. Bork clears it out. Janney trying to get it free. Can't. Deneen can't reach it. Bork broke that one up. Deneen gets it now. Broken up by Bork for Janney. Janney over the line. Moving in. Across. And is knocked down on the play by Cote. It is a 4-on-2. And in the Boston corner, Galley is spilled. Gets back up as Galley and Don Sweeney handle that. Janney back in the center ice. Clears it in. Whalers had a 4-on-2 and could do nothing with it.
Didn't execute very well at all.
Cullen trying to move in. He's blocked. Bruins try to set a play to Skriko, but it goes deep. Taken over by Shaw. 7:20 left in the second period. 3-0 Boston. Shaw the clear. And icing call. Boston 3, Hartford nothing. Back in a moment.
Okay. Pittsburgh, New Jersey. Pittsburgh up by 3-1 in the second period. Washington Capitals at the Rangers. Washington ahead of them. 3-1. Jeff Lazaro, hyperextended right knee, being taped. Resilient, tough Jeff Lazaro will return tonight, as a report we have.
The shots to this point, 16 for Hartford, 10 for Boston. 7 of those Whaler shots came in a 5-minute major against Bob Sweeney, actually 4 minutes and 45 seconds. And Andy Moog was brilliant there. 7:10 left in the second period. The Whalers listed with just that one shot by Dineen. Yake at center ice. Gets it to Krieger. Krieger checked by Galley. Back checking is Christian. The puck kept in. A shot by Zalapsky goes wide. Richards moves it back to the right point. Or rather Shaw into Krieger. Krieger pulled down on the play. Bruins can't clear it. Shaw kept it in.
Krieger can't get up. Twisted his knee, I believe, twisted his foot.
But this is not a penalty, I do not believe.
No, I don't believe it's a penalty either.
Frazier blew the whistle because Krieger was hurt as he fell.
Outside the blue line. Here's Krieger on his knee. He fell on his knee. See how hard he falls on his left knee. Kind of jammed it. More like a jammed kneecap. Seemed to bounce right up, and that didn't happen very often.
Is it a cross check if you don't use your stick, as Galley did not, used his fists?
You punched him with two punch fists?
Punched him. No, it's not a cross check, but maybe you could call something. He certainly hit him.
Punching, it's like a forearm.
Okay.
You can't get elbowing for elbowing somebody in the chest. You get him for elbowing them in the head. You punch him in the midsection, in the back, fine. Just don't keep your both hands on the stick, and then where the stick makes contact.
I knew you were the expert on all these
the punching and the
illegalities.
Illegalities. Yes. More so than normal calls. Icing and such. But it was calls that you get an awful lot. I've seen guys shoot sticks away. You know, the guy loses his stick. You shoot another player's stick away, that's instant misconduct. They never call it much anymore. Guys are always pushing stuff away.
And we have 6:40 left here in the second period. 3-0 Boston. Goals by Nevin Marquardt, Bob Sweeney. Later was tossed out of the game, and Dave Christian. Verbeek on Don Sweeney. Hunter in there too. Bruins get the puck. They're doing that very well. The defense moving it up, and the Bruins able to clear it out. At the Whalers wheel and come right back again. Verbeek plays the boards, puts it in front, rolls to Moog. He covers up, and there's nothing for Hunter or Cullen as the Bruins defensed in front of Andy Moog. The Whalers, as we said, had a 5-minute power play that Bob Sweeney tossed out for high sticking and cutting Hunter, but Andy Moog held them off.
Tell you, Bob Sweeney is an intricate part of this hockey team. Here's Cullen, good hit by Galley. There's the shove, and there's Cullen with the cuff. John Cullen frustrated, looks around, see if he got caught. He didn't.
Now the faceoff coming up in the Boston zone now. The total shots are 17-10 for the Whalers. Brown has moved to left wing.
Chris Nyland playing a very physical game. Very smart game. Jeff Lazaro has returned. That's what the cheer is for. Got to be a little disheartening for the Whalers on the bench that he gets a big cheer like that.
The draw is back to Huda. The shot deflected, caught by Andy Moog. And the faceoff. So your theory is Brent Peterson, the assistant coach, who is a great defensive forward and a marvelous faceoff man. Couldn't score a goal on an empty net, but marvelous at winning faceoffs when he played for Buffalo and Hartford, that he may be the man behind this success of the Whalers?
Well, I would certainly think that he has something to do with the defensive ability, the penalty killing. That's what he did well, Fred. He was extremely defensive-minded and not that much offense. But you were the one that reminded me that he was that good on face-offs, and I didn't realize that. I knew he was a good checker and a good defensive man.
There's another one for Huda. And a save, and the puck is loose, and Bork just cleared it away. Bruins have to do something about those face-offs. Skriko rushes. Ooh, a sneaky wrist shot from well out, and Sidorkovich made the stop. It is Boston 3 and Hartford nothing. We're at the Civic Center.
This is Gene Levanchi back in our Boston studios. While becoming the most pleasant surprise for the Bruins this year, he also proved the hockey bloodlines are just fine, thank you. And coming up between the second and third periods, we'll turn the spotlight on the Ken Hodges. In addition, we'll update the scores and highlights of tonight's other playoff action. And John Pearson shares more of his analysis. Right now, though, let's return to Fred and Derek in Hartford.
Right here. Huda gets a shot away. Now it squirts out behind Moog. Bork and Brown to it. Ray Bork had the inside track on that one. Well, linesman is coming on straight there.
Yake against Poulin. And the draw to the Hartford Whalers. Richards knocks it around. Peterson jams in, trying to keep it in against Halik. And Yake intercepts, breaks it out. Able to clear it in. Moog for Peterson. Around the board, stopped by Huda.
Hartford starting to pinch the defense pretty good. They're opening it up a lot, trying to take chances, make something happen. They certainly need goals.
Christian now intercepts, breaks it out. Drops it for Bork. Poulin over the line for Bork. Bork. Christian, and he missed the net. Great setup from Raymond Bork. Bork breaks up the long pass by Brown. Feeds back into the Hartford zone. 5 minutes left in the second period. Whalers with 4 shots in the period. Galley clears it in. Rajicka moving in. Vladimir Rajicka has figured in 2 goals, 2 assists. The last one a beauty for Christian, and he has it behind the net. Gives it for Hodge, who missed the pass and ready to pour right in. Back comes Halik. Halik with Brown. Stops, cuts, Galley ties him up. But now he's able to clear it deep for Brown. Brown checked by Don Sweeney. The puck bounces to Ken Hodge. Hodge breaks it out. He set up Bob Sweeney for a goal. To Nyland, who has an assist. Nyland, a shot trickles in. And Sidorkovich able to tie it up. 4:23 left here in the second period.
Halik had Vladimir Rajicka tied up there. Couldn't get to the rebound.
TV 38 presents TV 38 Sportswear, an exclusive collection for the whole family. Sweatshirts for $29.99, T-shirts for $9.95, and adjustable corduroy hats for $10.95. Call toll-free 1-800-543-3800, 24 hours a day to place your order. The Boston goals by Nevin Marquardt and Bob Sweeney in the first period. Dave Christian in the second. 2 assists by Vladimir Rajicka. A 3-0 Boston lead, and we have 4:28 left in the second period. The draw won by Everson. This could be icing. They say no. Don Sweeney, Janney, Neely, they break it out. A lead too far for Galley. Now Deneen fires it in. Around the boards. Whalers battle to keep it in. Cote, a shot and a save by Andy Moog. Puck out for Marquardt. Marquardt over the line with Janney. Clears it in. Sidorkovich out of the net. Around the boards. Cote with it. Cote just drilled one. Marquardt a good hit on Everson. Back comes Zalapski. Fell down. Hatsir able to keep it in. A screen shot blocked. Now Zalapski is shot. Blocked by Raymond Bork. 3:20 left, second period. Bork breaks. 4-on-2. Offside, the Bruins. Boy, they were moving up that time on the attack with 3:17 left. The faceoff call, and Everson resented that check from Marquardt.
Just cracked by Nevin Marquardt. Coming across the blue line.
Nevin Marquardt, people, we go back on this. Why was he named Nevin?
Why was he named Nevin? Okay. I would say Bob Nevin of the Toronto Maple Leafs, perhaps.
Right on. His mother was a hockey fan. She was pregnant at a game. And Bob Nevin played brilliantly, but apparently she was a fan of Bob Nevin's anyway. So it's
Sam.
Nevin, it's not Kevin.
Okay, Silent Sam of the National Hockey League. Used to call him Casper, friendly ghost.
3-0 Boston. Richards trying to come out with Cullen. Poulin checking the play, rolls over the line, back for it, Wesley. As Mike Milbury has Wesley and Bourque out there with the Cullen line out for Hartford. And you can figure the reason for that. Cullen trying to get moving, broken up by Wesley, who takes the puck, works it over the line, and clears it in.
Superb hockey game Wesley's playing.
Whalers start it back. Shaw to Cullen. Wrapped in. Poulin back. Check. Now gets it to Christian. Dave Christian, a long lead. Off on the left wing side. Can't set up the play. Skriko. Now Poulin clears it in. 2:15 left in the second period. 3-0 Boston. Ladouceur. This could be icing. Don Sweeney back quickly and icing against the Whalers. 2:04 left in the second period. The Whalers have picked up 4 shots in this period, and the Bruins have 6. The Bruins have the goal by Christian to go with earlier ones by Nevin Marquardt and Bob Sweeney.
2 great plays by Ruzicka.
Face-off coming up to the right of Sadurkovic. Montreal hopping off to a lead in their game. The last report we had, we're looking at Lazaro back on the bench, but Mike Milbury has not used the speedster since his injury. We're looking at Ken Hodge on the face-off. He's on with Nyland and Burridge. Bruins dig in deep. Cote on the puck. Less than 2 minutes left in the period. A lead for Yake. Yake over the line, stops, cuts, slides it in. Moog pokes it away for Nyland. Nyland has stopped by Holit. Back for it, Galley. Around the boards. Yake there. Check. Burridge trying to come out. Falls down. Puck goes in the corner. Quick shot by Yake. And it was blocked. Goes to Don Sweeney. And he makes the clear out. At the Boston line. Holit checked by Galley. Cote knocked off the puck now. And Don Sweeney able to drop it in. It's still going to be icing. He tried to drop it softly. That wasn't enough on the faceoff in the Boston zone with 1:08 left. In period number 2, the Bruins in front, 3-0. And before the game, you'd have to estimate when the Bruins came on the ice first that what appeared to be half the crowd gave them a big cheer of welcome.
Well, they've been enjoying a lot of, support in all the games in this series. Hopefully they get to the next series. There's Ken Hodge. There's going to be between periods special on Kenny Hodge with Gene Levanchi. Look forward to watching that.
Well, can we say this is a big face-off here? 1:08 left. Let's see what the Bruins. Hartford has been winning them cleanly. And Poulin now will try and just foil Cullen.
Well, when I played, I was a left-handed shot, and religiously, people that gave me trouble were right-handed centermen. Stan Mikita was very good, and all the players who were right-handed just seemed to bother me. The Bruins centermen are left-handed. Here's Ken Hodge got an opposite pull. Even up.
Here is Verbeek taking it. It's down. Nobody won it. And now the Whalers get it. And the Bruins get it to Hodge. Or Skriko, rather, and he drops it into the Whalers zone. Well, the Whalers did not win that cleanly. Puck up for Christian. Christian tried to drop it back. And it's the Whalers coming out with it. Verbeek over the line to Cullen. Cullen in. What a stop by Andy Moog. Cullen could not lift it. Shaw keeps it in. Locked in front. The Bruins doing that. His Skriko a breakout with Poulin. He's in for the quick shot. Boy, he just fires it away. And it was a good play. It was right on, and Sidorkovich made the stop.
He was going to be checked.
Left.
He had to get that shot away, and it was an excellent play. Skriko knew he didn't have much time.
Marquardt clears it in the Hartford zone. The big opportunity was John Cullen.
What a save he made on Moog. Moog made on Cullen. Wow.
And the period ends. Marquardt jamming, and players now.
Heaney's got a stick and around his throat there.
Frazier trying to settle it down. May call a penalty or two, but the period has ended. Excellent defensive work by the Boston Bruins. And watch the chance here for John Cullen.
Watch this. He steps around Bork. Good lateral movement. He waits. He controls. Just off balance. And Andy Moog gets the trapper on it. But Cullen could not get it up. He wanted to get it up the way Sweeney did. But Bob Sweeney didn't have to cut on that difficult an angle. He kind of telegraphed it. He waited. John Cullen falling away. Got it in the glove.
And the score at the end of 2 periods. Boston 3, Hartford nothing. Here's Gene Levanchi with tonight's second intermission.
All right, Fred, thank you very much. Coming up, an update of the scores and highlights of tonight's other NHL playoff action. John Pearson with his breakdown of the second period, and Bruins past and Bruins present come together as we profile the Hodge family. It's all ahead as Bruins hockey on TV 38 continues in just a moment. Bruins with a 3-0 lead after 2 from the Hartford Civic Center. Nevin Marquardt, Bob Sweeney, and Dave Christian, the goal scorers. Checking in once again on Game 6 in the other Adams Division semifinal between the Canadiens and the Sabres in Buffalo. It was a scoreless first period of play at the odd, but in the second period, the Montreal Canadiens get on the board and break the scoreless tie. Brent Gilchrist is in front and gets plowed over into Clint Malarchuk. That's so far the only goal for the Montreal Canadiens, but the Buffalo Sabres have just scored to tie the game at 1. Dave Snuggerud getting that goal. So Buffalo and Montreal now even at 1 in the second period to play. The Canadiens leading this series 3-2. Over in the Patrick Division, the Washington Capitals lead the New York Rangers 4-2. New York facing elimination in that game tonight. And Pittsburgh leads New Jersey now 4-1. The Penguins with 4 unanswered goals so far in that contest as they fell behind 1-0. Kevin Stevens out of Boston College, a pair of goals in that one. And Bill Bourque out of Chelmsford also has a goal tonight for the Pittsburgh Penguins. In a moment, a look at 2 hockey generations of the Hodge family. It's next when Bruins hockey continues. Bruins are just 20 minutes away from eliminating the Hartford Whalers from the playoffs. Hartford has now gone 144 minutes and 5 seconds without scoring a goal. It's 3-0 Boston after 2. In a single season, he's made the jump from NHL obscurity to becoming a 30-goal scorer and a Rookie of the Year candidate. However, it hasn't been an easy road for Ken Hodge Jr., but he's finally skating out of his father's legendary shadow and starting to cast one of his own. How Kenny Hodge got from here, a wide-eyed 4-year-old in the Bruins locker room with his famous dad, to here,
closing, walking in, put it in front, jam, score, Hodge, hat-trick, Ken Hodge, first NHL hat-trick.
Is not just about the son of a hometown hockey hero made good. It's a story about growing up with a name, then really growing up, and finally walking out of his father's shadow to become Ken Hodge, period. In the early 70s, the Boston Bruins were the toast of the town, with a carefree swagger and attitude that captivated this city. Imagine being the son of one of the big, bad Bruins and being part of the fun.
You know, a lot of people would go to, when I went to school, would say, hey, you know, I see the Bruins game last night, and say, yeah, you know, I was in the locker room after the game or whatever, and, you know, it was just, you don't really realize it until now. I mean, now I start to look back on it and say, wow, you know, it was pretty special for me to be there.
And never was it more special than May 10th, 1970, when little Kenny was where everyone in the city wanted to be, celebrating with the Stanley Cup champions. Little Kenny grew up to be Ken Hodge Jr., went on to Boston College for a sometimes brilliant 3 years at the Heights, and in the spring of 1987, signed a contract with the Minnesota North Stars.
Well, first of all, he arrived at a decision on his own. It was his decision. If it had been left up to his mother and to myself, the decision would have been he would have finished school.
I just thought it was time for me to move on to play in another league, and I had an ego where I was in my mind I was ready to go, and nothing else was going to stop me from going to the NHL.
Kenny Hodge, the son of Ken Hodge, thought his name was enough to ensure NHL success, but discovered differently in a hurry.
I wasn't in shape. I wasn't ready to go to training camp, and that hurt me. I went to the training camp thinking that my name is Ken Hodge, and my dad was a professional hockey player, so I'm going to be a professional hockey player in the NHL. And it doesn't work that way. It was a little shock to me my first year, and I came home, I think, at Christmas time, and I didn't know if I wanted to go back and play.
The decision was made to return to Kalamazoo, the Stars' farm team, and it wasn't until last summer's 20th reunion of the 1970 Stanley Cup team that the wheels were set in motion for Kenny to come to Boston after 3 frustrating years in Minnesota. On August 21st, Harry Sinden finished the deal. His chances of sticking with the Bees were not good in training camp, but Kenny took the assignment to Maine with a newfound attitude and commitment.
And I said to myself, well, I'll just go down to Maine and play as hard as I can and work as hard as I can. And when I left, Mike said to me, as soon as something happens, you'll be the first one to come up. And he's true to his word, and I was the first one to come up.
Up he came in late October, and Bruins fans started hearing a name that had been missing since 1976.
Carpenter now in, shot, save, rebound, score, Hodge! Ken Hodge, his first as a Bruin, from Carpenter and Neely to make it 5-0.
Obviously, these are very proud times for Ken Hodge, the father, as he watches his son in a Bruins sweater. Rarely, though, does he venture from the alumni room at the Garden to watch the game in person. This is Kenny's time.
I really, feel very strongly it's his turn. I mean, it's his turn. I've had my chance and my opportunity, and I'm just basically sitting back as a proud parent enjoying, what he's able to do.
I think he's more nervous than I am before a game sometimes.
Dad and the rest of the family were very nervous on March 23rd when Kenny's year-long success was rewarded by the fans.
And now for the 23rd 7th Player Award, as we get into a second generation of Boston Bruins, the winner is Ken Hodge, Jr.
This is a closely knit clan, this Hodge crew, and their support for Kenny over the last 4 years has helped him through some tough hockey times. Ultimately, however, Ken Hodge Jr. had to prove himself, and that is what his papa is most proud of.
I think that one of the big things that has happened to Kenny that I'm even happy about is that the players on the team have accepted him as Ken Hodge, not as Ken Hodge, the son, or whatever. They've accepted him for who he is and what he contributes to the hockey club.
And Ken Hodge Jr. turns 25 today, and a win tonight is at the top of his birthday wish list. John Pearson joins us with his analysis when we come back.
Fabio shot. I made a lot of moves in my day. But the best move I ever made was to the Bay Bank card. Now with Express Check. It's the bank card that works like a check. Shouldn't you make your move to Bay Bank?
John Pearson back with us now with some more playoff pointers. First, I'd like to make a correction, John. The Hartford Whalers have actually scored 1 goal in that 144-minute and 5-second span, so get that straightened out right off the top.
Get that off the books.
And if the Bruins play a third period like the previous 2, this thing's over.
That was the kind of period, Gene, that we know and love about the Boston Bruins. Excellent pursuit of the puck carrier. Did not give the Whalers any breathing room whatsoever. And they actually had some fun out there, I think, because they were leading 3-0 with 2:44 gone on the goal by Christian of the second period, and they had some good goal-scoring opportunities, and we're going to show you one right here. That's Ray Bourque from the right point, missed the net on that drive. Janney fielded in the corner, in behind the net to Strico. And watch Cam Neely, the great goal scorer, but now and then even the great ones kind of miss. But Neely's got a perfect setup here,
Trico might have just taken the puck a little bit farther this way to get it out in this area here, but Neely will take it. Unfortunately, as we roll this through, he pulled the trigger with Sidorkiewicz deep in his crease, and he missed the far corner. We're going to show you here a beautiful move by Skriko, and this kid is a great player. If he gets some scoring opportunities, he's going to light the lamp a lot. Here he comes now in behind that little pass, but right there, hold it. Shaw went down, but he thought that Trico, with that great wrist shot, was going to pull the trigger. He wanted to block it. Trico faked him and went around and set up Ken Hodge in front. Unfortunately, the puck got tied up in his skates, and he got a tip of his stick on it, but not enough velocity to drive it by Sidorkiewicz. But the Bruins had some good scoring opportunities, Gene, in that period. And if we can get one more period, I agree with you, on to the finals of the Adams Division.
All right, John, thank you very much. We're just about set now for the opening face-off of the third period. So let's rejoin Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson in Hartford.
Well, back here in Hartford, if anyone's interested in the times that the Bruins are on the ice, Ray Bourque, 10 minutes, 27 seconds in the first period, and had a little bit of a respite there. He only played 8:48, almost 9 minutes in the second. Glenn Wesley's in the 19-minute range. Bourque 19 and a half minutes. Hey, Poulin logged a lot of ice time for a centerman, 15 minutes.
But I think the big thing, forget those stats, is the discipline of the Boston Bruins in that second period.
Very much so. Discipline is the name of the game. You tell me to read the stats, I read the stats, and you say forget the stats. Boy, you set me up a lot, Fred.
Marquardt and Huda got matching penalties, so the teams will be at full strength starting the third period. It behooves the Bruins not to give Hartford a power play and just keep them buttoned up, as
and
John
you have
Pearson
to
said.
admit, Chris Nyland, who you chastised in games past, he's playing very disciplined tonight.
Not only that, he set up the first goal.
And that's a big goal. Chris is trying to draw penalties, trying to get people to think about it, but no one's taken the bite on the Whalers.
Well, the Whalers have to be at full strength too, and they can't take any silly penalties. Christian checks the play at center ice. Ray Bourque bangs it around. And the loose puck to Christian. A lead for Skriko too far. Shaw's tripped by Skriko. Fairly harmless though. And Cullen starts back. Poulin after him. Puck rolled around. Dineen is playing with Cullen. Behind the net. Bourque breaks it up. Gives it to Skriko. Good pass to Christian. Possible 2-on-1. Christian has Poulin coming up.
You're going to regret it all summer long, and the Hartford Whalers have picked it up here in the third period. They have come up with that attitude in mind. The Bruins, however, playing very disciplined, have picked off a couple of plays, and that's where I think basically the Bruins are going to have to watch for those plays. Cover your man, but always look for that loose puck.
And one of those face-offs coming up here in the Boston zone to the left of Andy Moog. Yake will take it. And no matter what player Hartford has out there, they have won the majority of them, maybe as much as 70%.
I like this Yake. He's playing good hockey, too.
Bruins win this one. Galley up the boards. The Whalers pinch it in. Don Sweeney takes it over. Back for Burridge. Check. Brown fires it back in deep. Yake gets it free, puts it in front, and it's blocked by Andy Moog. He's allowed to walk right out. Richards pinching in. Bruins get control, and Nyland starts it away. His pass is blocked by Richards. At the Boston line, Don Sweeney breaks it up. An inadvertent pass that will be called icing against Boston. It is Boston 3, Hartford nothing. Back in a moment. And stay tuned for tonight's post-game show for the TV 38 McDonald's Road to the Stanley Cup drawing. Gene Levanchi will announce the names of a pair of tickets, the winners of a pair of tickets to the Bruins' next playoff game. You can find out how to become eligible to win tickets to future playoff games. Bruins won the last face-off in their zone. Now they'll try again. Ken Hodge. against Yates. It is kept in by Richards, bounces for Boston's Burridge. A clear up, Hodge trying to get it. Richards fires it away. Nyland checking the play, and the Whalers start it right back. Tipped in by Richards. Back for it, Al Peterson. Over to Bork. Bork lost it. It goes in front. Yate with it. Broken up from behind by Hodge. Kept in at the right point now. No, they say did not keep it in at the right point. A break for Boston there as the Whalers appeared to have an opportunity, and then Hodge came from nowhere and did successfully get it outside the line.
You know, talking just between periods with Emil Francis, been around the game, coach and manager the New York Rangers, been with the Whalers a long time. Right here, talking about the breaks going the Whalers' way. That looks like they kept it in. You got to see White between that puck.
What about Emil?
I was talking with Emil Francis, and he puts a lot of it down to the way the spot the Whalers are in is that game where Randy Moog giving up a couple of soft goals but shut off Verbeek with that breakaway in the third period. Game 2.
Cam Neely able to work it outside the line. The Whalers then get it, bring it back, and the play is offside.
It's a turning point.
That was
Puck.
Hunter offside.
Puck not bouncing for the Whalers. More so for the Bruins. Bruins playing with a lot of confidence.
Lazaro back in action. Hyperextended right knee taped up. Early in the second period, went to the dressing room, did not play the rest of the period. Came out on the bench, but now he's out there. Clears it in from the red line. Hustles in. Has lost none of his speed. Breaks it up. Janney to Lazaro. That's Lazaro's play that did that. Around the boards, right point. Weimer able to keep it in. Janney trying to set a play. Can't get control. Now it goes to Neely. Neely out of the corner. Wheeling. Stopping. Fires. Save. Rebound. Weimer couldn't quite control it. Cutting in front of the net. Lazaro knocked down behind the net. Neely gets it. Off to Janney. For Neely. Neely. Back for Lazaro. He moves and keeps open. Fires it in deep. Whaler is knocked down. And Janney trying to set it up for Neely. Floating in front. But can't do it. And Weimer had stayed outside the line. Whalers are looking for a tripping call.
Dean Evison, Greg Janney, both arms up in the air. Sorry, nothing happened. No call.
Icing against the Whalers. And Boston had plenty of pressure there. The Bruins lead it 3-0. Back in a moment.
Special thanks to Kevin Lyons of the Bruins PR staff via Concord Math and Westfield State for helping us out with the game stats here in Hartford. Best wishes in a speedy recovery to Glenn Coate, TV 38.
Poulin gets the draw. The Bruins keep it in. They're winning the faceoffs now. Skriko to Poulin. Out to Christian. The shot and the save. Sidorkovich. And he scored 3 from that point. Christian. And Christian has a goal tonight. 4 overall in the series. But Poulin set him up. Whalers checked in the corner. Verbeek there. Dineen. Cullen. That's the line. They put Dineen with him. And here's Cullen with Verbeek in front. Quick shot. Wide. They allowed Verbeek to set up. And Cullen set him up. Now Cullen checked by Poulin, broke it up.
Dave Poulin just stays with that puck. Tenacious checker.
Verbeek gets it away now. Galley checking the play. Here's Poulin intercepting. Poulin over the line. Drops it in as Mike Milbury makes a line change. 3-0 the Bruins. Goals by Nevin Marquardt, Bob Sweeney, and Dave Christian. 2 assists for Ruzicka. The Whalers attack. 3 men moving up. Pass goes in deep, wheeled around. Cullen trying to put it in front, blocked by Moog. Bruins trying to clear it. The fence is way up. Bruins may get a breakout, but first they have to break up the Whalers. The Whalers keep it in. Rolls near the net. Bork trying to tie it up. Can't do it. Verbeek battles there. Heavy action. Nyland a hit. Puck checked and iced by Nyland. Good play, and he takes a hit and remains calm and cool. Does not retaliate. Nyland, and that was Cullen who gave him a rap.
Would have been a Verbeek, but it's Bruins right here. Handling the puck. Skriko down low. Watch Christian. Sudurkiewicz pulling off the post. Comes up high. The legs closed. So here's Verbeek in front of the net. Cullen waiting. Don Sweeney backing away from Verbeek, who's the only dangerous man. Right there, it kind of shanks it. Might have gone off the heel of Donnie Sweeney's stick. But you can't back away following Cullen trying to cheat. You're trying to cheat Cullen. Make sure you can pick him up on the other side of the net, but if he's still got room to make the play to Verbeek, he's the dangerous one.
We have 15-12 left in the third period. The Whalers putting plenty of heat on now.
Like you said, Fred, they are using their pinch in their defense. They're down low. They're looking to steal a play. Get a goal. Bruins, if they can find somebody can keep a cool head in traffic. If that one clearing play, they can send a couple of teammates away.
Hodge wins the draw. That Bork can't quite reach it. But the Bruins have been winning the faceoffs now, the last 3 or 4. And they'll try and win another right now as it's jammed up in the corner. Shots are 21-15 for the Hartford Whalers. And to see Nyland, plenty of discipline there. Cullen gave a little kind of a cheap rap, and he just looked at him.
Chris Nyland's been in too many Stanley Cup games to be losing it. Talked to him about that last game of the season. He said, you said a few things straight. He said some payback over the season when the game doesn't mean anything. He said, but Stanley Cup playoffs will be very, very different.
Set for the faceoff. It is won by the Bruins.
Excellent play there by Peterson.
Peterson cleared it out. Huda winding up against the forechecking of Boston. Gets it for Halit. But the Whalers are offside.
Now that play really went down because Alan Peterson would not give up the blue line. He was watching Brown, watching Halit, and just stood his ground.
3-0 Boston. Back in a moment.
Rick Lee trying to get something going here, sending his defenseman in, as we said earlier. Right here, there's Brown, here's Halit. Now Brown's over there. There's Peterson checking him off on the left, being bothered. Now Peterson just forcing Halit to hold up for a second so the back checker could catch him. That's teamwork.
McKenzie throws a little punch at Nyland. Shot in, goes wide. Keep an eye on that. McKenzie is out there at left wing with Nyland.
Chris Nyland plays a very sound cover your point man wing position out there.
Bruins force it to the Whalers' end, and the Whalers start back. Evison with it. Drives it wide. Gold trying to wheel it away. It is stopped, kept in. Goes to Sear. Sear puts it in front. And a breakout Boston. Possible 3-on-2 to Nyland. Nyland drops it in. Hodge going for it. Battles in deep. Burridge. Checked by Huda. Can't get free. Richards takes a heavy hit as Neely pounded him. And Weimer fails to keep it in now. Then shot it in. Delayed call. The Bruins could be called for offside, but now they clear the zone. 13:40 left. Third period, 3-0 Boston. Cam Neely winding up. And Wesley starts it out. Quickly to center. Quickly the clear in. Lazaro hustling in. And Neely. Puck is tipped out by the Whalers, but into the stands, and the face-off call. 13:24 left in the third period. Boston in front, 3-0 as we look at Cam Neely. Came out with plenty of authority there and threw his weight around with a good hit.
Cam Neely comes out with plenty of authority every time he plays. An awful lot of attention from the Hartford Whalers. He's been double teamed, which sometimes can spring a line mate or two loose.
Don Sweeney clears in. The line is Lazaro, Gianni, and Neely. Lazaro in, hustling, and forcing the tie-up.
What you want to do.
And the face-off in the zone. Ladouceur went down and landed on the puck. And now Mike Milbury making a change. A very slow pace to the game, not an up-tempo game, but the Bruins will take it. Right?
Deliberate pace, yeah. It's Hartford is frustrated. Hartford is really, the puck is not bouncing for them. It's as if they don't believe it can bounce for them, as they believe that this is what should happen. They played so very hard this series. Ready to be rewarded with as few goals as they've had thus far.
Cullen won the faceoff, and Rick Lee may be double shifting that line, but Mike Milbury matching with a good checking line of Poulin. Christian. Poulin right on top of the play. Now Cote trying to get started. Ray Bourque and Wesley out there. Bourque breaks it up. Skriko is the other forward trying to move it in. Now it's taken over by Poulin. Poulin works it out. Hit by two men, gets it over the line for Skriko, who taps it in deep. The big line on for the Whalers, and the Bruins checking them tenaciously. Gianni now, as he moves out, trying to break. He's stopped at the line. Winding up is John Cullen. Cullen center ice, two Bruins on him. Cullen puts a grab on Christian after he was broken up. Gets it back. Over the line now for Verbeek. Checked by Bourque. They go heavily to the boards. Bourque breaks him up and gets the puck. What a superb. He was just all over Verbeek.
Excellent defensive play. Good strong body balance by Bourque. Takes a very strong Pat Verbeek to the boards, pinches off his arms, and then just moves the puck.
Whalers trying to keep it in. It is knocked away. Here comes Lazaro. The speedster 3-on-1 with Gianni. For Gianni to Neely. Stopped by Sidorkovitz. Sidorkovitz probably could read that 3-on-1 that they were going to set up Cam Neely. Here's Lazaro jamming. Now with Shaw. Lazaro broke it out, set up Gianni. Gianni set up Neely, and Sidorkovitz made the stop. It is Boston 3, Hartford nothing in the third period.
Cam Neely, another golden opportunity just slips by him. Cam Neely could have had a couple, 3 goals tonight very easily. Jeff Lazaro on the speed. There's Gianni slapping the stick. The play back to Lazaro was, there's Neely, just took a little bit off it. Sidorkovitz just gets a foot on it.
And we had matching penalties. And back comes Neely, 3-on-2. And Marquardt can't get it in front. Chopped away by Neely wide, and Hunter takes it. Back comes Cote. His shot deflected into the stands. Matching penalties to Lazaro and Shaw. 2 minutes each for roughing. And the time was 8:19, so we have 11:19 left now in the third period. Mike Milbury behind the Boston bench. Bruins with goals in the first period by Nevin Marquardt and Bob Sweeney on the Bruins' first 2 shots of the period. And then Bob Sweeney, high-sticking major, 4 minutes and 46 seconds, the advantage to the Whalers. They could not beat Moog. They had 7 shots. And the face-off called outside the Boston blue line now after that shot by Cote. Hodge, Burridge, and Nyland.
Mike Milbury's got Vladimir Ruzicka on the bench for pretty defensive reasons, he believes. I don't know if Ruzicka is that bad defensively. I think he's a very smart man with the puck. Poor Vladimir, every time he gets a lead, he just tends to get set down.
Moog moves it up. Burridge trying to come out with it. And he gets it to Hodge. Back for Burridge with Nyland. Burridge knocked down. Nyland goes deep. Pokes it behind the net. Hodge trying to put it in front. Nyland checks it over to the corner. Cote gets it out to Cullen. As Rick Lee is double shifting Cullen. Cullen's pass blocked by Bourque. Bourque moves it for Boston. A breakout here. Possible 3-on-2. Hodge broken up by Ladouceur. Nyland in to forecheck on Ladouceur. He turns, breaks, clears it in. Wesley back for it. Wesley able to clear it out. Almost halfway through the third period, 3-0 Boston. Skriko forechecking Richards tenaciously. And the Whalers started out. This is Yake. Yake over the line. Checked. Bruins. Almost a breakaway for Skriko. As the Whalers, of course, are putting everybody down there. And
oh, what a terrible icing call. That was an intended pass. It just hopped over a stick.
And the score, Boston 3, Hartford nothing. Back in a moment. And the face-off coming up to the left of Andy Moog.
Poulin, Christian, Skriko line. Three very smart hockey players.
In 30 minutes of play, the Whalers have had just 6 shots on Moog. Here's Brown trying to put it in front. They do. Banged away. Bruins trying to clear it. Stopped. Knocked back in deep. Skriko there. Moog was down, has lost his stick. Able to get it. The Whalers press to keep it in. They do. Pass goes in front. Big save. Oh, what a stop he made on Huda.
And Krieger. Wow. Andy Moog. Vintage Andy Moog. Bouncing pucks. Broken plays. Andy Moog very focused. John Pearson mentioned it. There's the first save. The rebound comes out to the point. Back in around back of the net. Moog is now being taken out by Krieger. Gets right there. Fraser's just kind of can't get his feet out of the way. He one dumps it off the boards, but watch Krieger in front. Right to him. There's the shot. Right here is another shot by Huda. 2 big saves.
Timeout call by Mike Milbury after that display by the Hartford Whalers with a ton of pressure.
There's
in
Moog.
tight.
Moog right here trying to get loose, trying to get Krieger off his legs. Gary Fraser, intent on making that call, doesn't realize the puck is in his feet. He already kicked it in himself.
We have 9:21 left in the third period. Boston leads 3-0 on goals by Nevin Marquardt, Bob Sweeney, Dave Christian. None of them on power plays.
Krieger coming out. Fraser trying to get out of the way. Yake takes Poulin. Now Poulin did a tremendous job of fighting Yake off and doesn't get the wood he wanted on it. Only partway up the boards and the Whalers kept it in. Hogan, Wesley, little conversation on positional choices, body choices. If you have a choice, take whoever Andy wants him to take.
I said that the Whalers had 6 shots in 30 minutes of play. The last 30 minutes. In that one, they had 3.
Yeah.
And they were labeled. So the faceoff coming up now to the right of Andy Moog. Cullen, Verbeek, and Dineen has moved to the line. The puck down. Bruins foil it and clear it.
Going to be an icing call. No, we're going to let it go.
And back for it, Shaw. The Whalers simply moving everybody right up. In tight. This long clear could be icing. Bork back, trying to clear it out. Skriko can't do it. Yes, he did. The Whalers say no. The linesman says.
Zalapsky thinks he trapped it.
Mike Milbury likes to have Skriko out there, and of course the captain Ray Bork has been out every time that the Cullen line has been out there.
So's Wesley. Wesley's out there with him. Montreal has gone ahead of Buffalo 4-1, so looks like they'll be advancing.
Shaw wraps it in, and Ray Bork with it. Dineen there to forecheck. He gets it up to Christian. Careful plays made by Boston. Christian rolls it in. Shaw intercepted. Poulin tried to set up Skriko, couldn't do it. Bruins working hard in the Whalers zone with forechecking.
Poulin's playing tremendous hockey. Great defensive hockey.
Shaw to Zalapsky. Over the line, Wesley after him. They battle. Goes behind the net. Bourque trying to move it out. Stopped by Cullen. Shot. Deflected by Dineen, but couldn't put it on net. Kept in by Cote. Shot wide from the point. Cullen with it. Checked by Bourque. Bourque moves it up the boards, but the Whalers defense moves right in. Cote a shot, a save. Cullen behind the net. Puts it in front. A backhander is blocked by Poulin. And the Bruins.
Great block shot by Dave Poulin.
Christian able to clear it. Back comes Zalapski. Fires it over the Boston line. 7:45 left, third period. 3-1 Boston. A quick clear out by Janney. And back for it, Ladouceur. Ladouceur leads the rush. Long pass, too long. Knocked away. Right back comes Ladouceur to drive it to the corner. Don Sweeney gets on it, hammers it up and out, and it will be icing. Boston 3, Hartford nothing. Back in a moment. Icing by Don Sweeney. I said it was a good play. Derek said not a good play.
Well, he had time. I don't think you should start running around at this juncture just getting and drilling it out of your own end. I think that sends a message to the other team that they're being effective. Don Sweeney, you get it and take it. He's a great skater. Handle it a little bit. Take a look. Make that play.
Boston goals. Marquardt, Bob Sweeney, and Dave Christian. A 3-0 lead for the Bruins. And the Whalers in the third period with 6 shots.
Can't be giving the Whalers too many of these face-offs in your end of the building.
Bruins are doing well on the face-offs over the last stretch. And this one they won. Let the Whalers foil it and get it now. Pass in. An incredible stop on Everson by Andy Moog. You will not believe this one in replay.
Face-off. They win it, but they lose it. They win it behind their plane in their end, but this is the result of the icing right here across the crease. Andy Moog gets the right leg underneath it, kicks it out behind him. Tremendous save that was. Good Moog sees it come across the crease. Galley playing the body. Moog has to get the puck.
Everson right there, and the Whalers have had some excellent chances. Another face-off now. As we said, Hodge seemed to win it, but the Whalers nullified it by keeping in, and then Brown set up Everson right in front.
Blew the whistle. Fan foolishly threw some paper on the ice. Nearly hit Kerry Fraser. He ignored it.
Mike Milbury comes back with Wesley and Bourque on defense. Quick score by Cote off the faceoff. Cote off the faceoff, drilled it home, and the Whalers are on the board.
Boston cannot get into this panic mode now. It's solid. You send out the next line. You work hard. Boston kind of quit skating on the offense. Started to just get it up and out. Good shot off the draw. Whalers get a break there. Andy Moog had been superb. Pick Hartford up.
Puck in the Boston zone again. Bruins battle for it. Brown misfires on a pass. Wesley fails to clear it out. Bourque is back. Clears it around. Christian checked on the play. Puck kept in for Cote. Pass in front. Net dislodged. And that goal is Hunter. I said Cote. It was Hunter from Everson. And we have 6:32 left. They have so many, all right-handed shots.
So many. I think Andy Moog is going to give this a little bit of a chance. It may be going through his mind right now. If I get a chance, I'm definitely going to knock this net off the moorings. There we go, a little stumble, unmolested. Looks very effective. Once again, not happy about these face-offs in the Bruins end of the building, no matter how you get them. See, we're going to take a look at it here. The shot in on him, but before it gets there, Andy's decided to net off the Moorings.
And now the John Cullen line comes out. They've played quite a bit of this third period, as you might expect. That has Dineen at right wing, as Hunter has moved with Everson and Verbeek at left wing. Dineen looking for the draw. One for Wesley. Bruins can't clear it out. Cullen hauled down. Shot here by Richards, blocked. Cullen gets it. Richards, a shot. Marvelous save and a chop by Verbeek, who chopped Moog. And Moog made a tremendous save on Richards, and the Bruins suddenly have lost all the zip and the control, and the Hartford Whalers just set it up as a shooting gallery in the Boston end.
Well, I don't think it happens suddenly. I think what you have happen is the Bruins decided to sit on the 3-goal. There's a cheap slash. No call. Gary Frazier right there as well. Bayboard gets dumped late by Dineen. What you want to do, you can't stop skating. And that's what the Bruins started doing. They started dumping it out, slapping it out, waiting to kill the clock. You cannot kill the clock. You've got to skate. You work hard. Dave Poulin was an excellent example of that. Kill the thing in Hartford's end of the building. Carry it out. Don't forget what got you here. Don't forget how you played. Continue to skate and move and handle the puck. Boston now just sit on that bench and you get tight. You see things start to go against you.
Bruins win the face-off again. Neely trying to move it away. He's broken up. He gets it back, though, on Dineen.
There you go.
Starts it out. Gets it to Poulin. Poulin drops it in the Whalers zone. Now trying to forecheck. Cote with Lazaro on it. Lazaro broke him up. And Cote lost his stick. Now they break it out. In the center ice comes Cullen over the line. Drops it for Dineen. Intercepted. And Wesley starts it out. He is broken up by Dineen. Cullen forced to clear it in. 3-1 Boston. Icing by Ray Bourque. No, Neely is down to prevent it.
Great hustle by Cam Neely.
Sidorkovich had to play it as Galley pokes it in deeper. Bruins forechecking in the Whalers zone. 5:20 left, third period. Boston leads 3-1.
You got to force the Whalers to make moves now. Get on the puck, loose puck now.
Cote wraps it in. Neely goes for it. Neely works it free and hits the open man, Hodge. Hodge fires in wide. We're under 5 minutes, third period. Hunter getting the Whalers on the board off a faceoff. Zalapski broken up at center ice, but Brown's controlling now. Everson over to Brown. Brown on Don Sweeney. Drops it. Pass is missed. Bruins can't clear it. Long shot kicked out by Andy Moog all the way to center ice after Shaw ripped one in. Moog traps this for Don Sweeney. Up to Nyland. He's just able to clear it out. 4:20 left, third period. 3-1 Boston. Poulin comes back out with Nyland and Burridge. Deep forechecking.
Here's where you want to kill it, right down there.
Poulin clears it in the Whalers zone. And we have 4 minutes left. Skriko checking the play. The Whalers get it. Offside, trying to move in.
Good stand-up play by Wesley.
Boston 3, Hartford 1. Back in a moment.
Okay, some out-of-town scores. Montreal, Buffalo. Montreal 4, Buffalo 1 in the third. Washington 3-1. Give it to you earlier. Now it's 4-2 in the third. And 4-3 Pittsburgh over New Jersey in the third.
Here it is, 3-1 Boston. And we have 3:58 left in the third period. The Cullen line is out there. And Mike Milbury counters with Poulin, Christian, and Skriko. Talk about three veterans who Had a lot of two-way experience.
5 very smart hockey players out with a lot of experience. Bork and Wesley out there as well.
And Bork fired it down, and Shaw starting
you
the
want
play.
to kill it right here. That into the building.
Solapsky breaks it out. Hands it right to Wesley. Bouncing around. Wesley gets it again. Clears it up. Shaw checked by Skriko. Now Cullen winding up, and Christian on top of him. Might be 4 forwards on there for the Whalers. Skriko intercepts and fires it in deep. 3:15 left, third period. And it is 3-1 Boston. The Whalers break it back, but Christian covered Cullen, intercepted, got it to Skriko, and he rolls it in deep, and Mike Milbury makes a change. Under 3 minutes left. An interception at center ice, but by Lazaro. It went into the stands, but a good play.
Good play, excellent play. Bruins kind of regrouped very well after that goal by Hunter.
Play it in the Hartford zone is the answer.
Get it down there. You want to, and then forecheck aggressively. Force hard. Remember, Hartford is under the gun. They're the ones that have to make the picture-perfect passes, pinpoint, thread the needle passes to send people away for breakaways. And when they have to, when you do that, you have to concentrate on. A lot of times you focus on what you're trying to do, and then you can steal it. Just keep an eye. You don't want bouncing pucks in your own end. That's what you don't want.
Everson over the line, broken up. And here comes Janney, partial breakaway. Richards getting back. He just drops it in deeper. Very, very heady play.
And they want to set up properly. Now Lazaro is forcing people to curl behind the net, which is good.
But Brown gets it away. Tipped over the line by Dineen. Don Sweeney into the corner. Dineen puts it in front. Richards can't control it. And Janney gets it for Lazaro. And a clear out. 2:15 left. Third period. That looked offside to Brown. Brown down, holding his head. Now a whistle. There is no penalty coming here. But
Brown's looking for a 5-minute major, looking to draw something.
There is no indication from Frazier that he was calling a penalty.
None. Linesman, I don't believe think anything happened either. We'll see. See if anyone got their stick up on Brown. Janney's reaching, trying to lift it. Well, if it touched him, it barely touched him.
If the linesman calls a penalty, we don't know. 2:05 left in regulation.
Sometimes the best thing in the world is to have that be a man short. I didn't mind being a man short in the last 2 minutes. You could shoot it down, ice it all night long.
This does not look as though it went to his face.
I didn't think it flipped him. It got him all right, but that was accidental. There's Janney knows that it slipped up over his arm. Certainly was accidental, but still.
Accidental or no, they call it.
Or not, you can be called for 2, 4, or a 5-minute major. Accidental draw blood is 4. Accidental high stick period, you can get 2, and if you look like it was intentional, you're going to get 5.
Brown has a word with Frazier. There is no penalty called.
Poulin's got the Bruins together. No conversation. Bork, this line is played extremely sound thus far defensively. Wesley wants to get signals straight. There's Rick Lee, wants to get something going.
With all these delays, Ray Bork and Glenn Wesley have practically played the third period.
Yeah, they can play all night with this.
The draw to Bork. Drops it in.
That looked like icing.
Zalapsky forced back.
What you don't want to do is let Zalapsky carry the puck.
There's Christian breaking it up from the center line and feeding it in. Cote starts it back. We'll keep an eye on Sidorkovic. Back goes Ray Bork. Drives it around. Blocked. Intercepted by Wesley. Wesley checked by Cullen. Hunter is out there. Maybe 4 forwards. Hunter broken up by Poulin.
Very soft pair of hands there on Poulin, but not enough.
They call icing.
He wanted to kill it. Looked like Cote had the kind of the arms pumping and the legs staying still. And I when you get that in practice, you know, and the coach, you know it's going to be a hard one. And he wants you between the blue lines or across the board.
False hustle.
Oh, false hustle. Just shake the head real hard, pump the arms, and the legs are going nowhere. It gives you the appearance that you're working hard. Well, he got away with that one.
The face-off in the Boston end. 1:17 left. Sidorkovich is out. So we have Hunter. And Rick Lee may be calling a timeout now for a little organizational meeting for the players that he sends out there. I can tell you, most of them are right-hand shots. Sidorkovich out. So he'll have Cullen and Verbeek and Dineen and Hunter for sure.
Yeah.
Zalapsky.
I think it's good to have a mix. There's very possibly, especially with all your sentiment being right-handed, and then Verbeek being a right-handed left winger, well, it gives you a lot of.
One thing you can say, they have the right
They
have the right stuff. 10 shots by the Whalers in the third period. Hunter the scorer. The Bruins with 3 shots. And the Whalers had 15 of their 30 shots in the first period, helped out by a major against Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney scored the Bruins' second goal. Marquardt the first one. And Wesley and Bourque out there. Skriko face off in the Boston end. Rob Brown, Hunter, Dineen, Cote, Zalapsky. And the face-off coming up to the left of Andy Moog.
Cam Neely's out there replacing Christian. Not that Dave Christian is not absolutely defensively sound. Cam Neely is also sound defensively, strong. Puck handler, empty net down there.
One thing Poulin has been doing is foiling the face-off. If he doesn't win it, don't let them win it.
I would like
a scramble
to put somebody on the boards. There they go. I'm going to send Petri Skriko over there. Dave Poulin doesn't want him over there, doesn't look like. He's going to send somebody over there.
Well, Cote went over to cover.
You cannot have the empty boards. That's all I. Got to have a player over there on Cote.
It's down. It's kept in by Zalapsky. Checked by Poulin. They fight for it in the corner. Goes to Cullen. Cullen behind the net. Has time. Screen shot, scores, and there was a whistle again before it was scored.
And net dislodged.
Net dislodged. Twice the Whalers have had goals called back because of the whistle of Frazier in the first period.
Well, let's see if Andy Moog does this again. He's getting helped at this point, but why not? He does it again. Got away with it.
Well, you can't have a Whaler like Verbeek standing in the crease and allow a goal like that.
No.
He went in unmolested and just stood there.
Yeah, no, but Andy Moog did knock the net off the moorings as well. But take a look and see what Verbeek's doing. I know Verbeek's got a hand on the crossbar, but he gets knocked in there by Bourque. There's the hand on the crossbar. Moog says, all right, are you going to do that? Be in my crease?
Oh, the Whalers are going to say we had 2 goals called back, and we scored one by Hunter, and we're down 3-1. On the face-off, Bruins roll it, not out. Shot here, blocked. Verbeek, broken up. Poulin drops it out slowly. No icing. 50 seconds left. Nobody in the Whaler net. In the center ice, Cullen wraps it in. 45 seconds left. Bourque up the boards. Whalers wrap it back in deep. Now Cullen in front. Shot, blocked. Moog, tremendous. Big pileup. Poulin pounces on it. Andy Moog coming up strong there. 32 seconds left.
The Bruins are making this exciting, I'll tell you that. It's not a cakewalk. They keep on letting John Cullen get loose and Verbeek get loose. Right here, bouncing puck. They're taking man-to-man again. Once again, there's John Cullen. That gets tipped. Left leg save. Mo gets the right leg on it, knocks it down, goes under his right leg, and he tucks it into between them. Poulin just pounces on it in the crease. Wow, the Bruins certainly aren't making this easy.
32 seconds away from advancing.
You know, it's an old adage in hockey, you just cannot continually dump it out and let them come back at you. You let that offense start to time itself, and you start backing away the blue line, and then they start going laterally on you. All sorts of things start to happen and break down. Bruins just got to be a little bit more aggressive.
Washington,
the puck carrier.
Washington beat the Rangers 4-2. They win the series 4-2. A major upset. Rangers made a trade and got Joe Kocur, and they said, boy, now Stanley Cup, we have a tough guy. And they hardly won a game since.
Right, they went on a dismal 10-game run there for about a point. Had 80 points sometime in February.
Cullen and Poulin. Face off to the left of Andy Moog. Boston leads 3-1. 1-point man, it is Zalapsky. And he gets it.
Somebody's got to get loose.
Goes behind the net, puts it in front, blocked across the crease by Moog.
Got to steal one. Here you go.
Here's the steal. Out comes Hodge. At the red line, he's broken up at the Hartford blue line. Bork breaks one up, taps it over the Hartford line. 10 seconds left. A long shot by Hunter, but a whistle here.
Well, play by the rules. They're going to call it icing.
4 seconds left, so the Bruins.
That's all she wrote.
Off to a fast start. We'll talk about a fast start. First 2 shots, they score. Marquardt and Bob Sweeney. And Christian, a big one.
Christian's goal was the one that really put a lot of pressure on the Whalers. The Whalers then had to mount a four goal outburst somewhere along the line, 4 unanswered goals somewhere along the line to make this their hockey game, and that's a tough assignment, 4 goals.
Well, the Boston Bruins next round of game against, I believe, the Montreal Canadiens.
Yes.
Wednesday and Friday games 1 and 2, and they'll be shown on Nesson. Sunday, April 21, Tuesday, April 23rd. From looks like the Forum. That game wasn't over though. Montreal in front, right?
Right. But 5-1, I don't think Sabres are going to come up with.
5-1.
Yeah, I don't think the Sabres are going to come up with that miracle 5-goal rally.
Zalapsky with it. Fires it wide. They salute Andy Moog. Got to be the #1 star again.
Got to be.
You look at 32 shots for the Whalers, 16 for Boston. And Moog particularly brilliant when Bob Sweeney got the 5-minute major after scoring the second goal. And for 4 minutes and 46 seconds, made some excellent saves, 7 of them.
And here we go, back to tradition. The Hartford Whalers waiting for the Bruins to congratulate each other, and Andy Moog leads the parade. Peter Sidorkiewicz, usually the goalkeepers, to each other. Well, Al Brown and Glenn Wesley not going to be too thrilled with the handshake, and there'll be some hard feelings all put aside. Maybe a little golf now in the summer.
So the Bruins win it in 6 games with a victory here at the Civic Center. And
Chris Nyland and Paul Cyr, a little extra.
And the final score is Boston 3, Hartford 1. Derek and I will be right back with the Delta recap.
The Baybank Bruins Award. Tonight, nobody did it better than Vladimir Ruzicka. In the second period, Ruzicka set up Dave Christian with this pretty pass. It was Ruzicka's second assist of the night. The goal gave Boston a 3-0 lead. In recognition of this outstanding performance, Baybank will donate a check for $100 to the United Way in the name of Vladimir Ruzicka. Baybank, nobody does it better.
And a reminder, a limited number of tickets for Game 2 of the Adams Division Finals against Montreal will go on sale tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock at the Garden box office and Ticketron phone charge line at 617-720-3434 or 1-800-382-8080. There'll be a 4-ticket limit per person. These tickets are marked D5. Will be valid for Game 2 at Boston Garden Friday, April 19th. Tickets marked D4 are valid for Game 1 Wednesday, April 17th. Impressive victory for the Bruins.
Very much so. Always classy. Eddie Johnson, general manager of the Hartford Whalers, an old Bruin teammate, came by, said, congratulations and wish us all the best, and onward we go.
Well, Andy Moog, again, I didn't hear the 3-star selection, but between you and me,
it would be ludicrous if it wasn't.
It has to be Andy Moog, and then Marquardt, Bob Sweeney, Dave Christian, with Nyland setting up Marquardt, and with Ruzicka getting 2 assists. And that is, it's not unexpected help, but you're kind of looking for the big guns.
But the Hartford concentrated to a great deal of concentration on the Janney-Neely combination, trying to shut that down as effectively as they could. Cam Neely was in on 3-4 occasions tonight. Could have had a couple very easily. Some nice saves by Sudurkowicz, but not enough.
Final score 3-1. Here's Gene.
Okay, Fred and Eric, thank you very much. Time for us to select our Budweiser Player of the Game. And as you mentioned, we have selected Andy Moog as our Budweiser Player of the Game tonight. Andy had 31 saves tonight. So, Andy Moog, for all you do, this Bud's for you. Starting to look like the Boston Bruins will be facing the Montreal Canadiens in the Adams Division Final, which will get underway at the Boston Garden on Wednesday night. As we take a final look at tonight's NHL playoff scoreboard, Montreal leading the Buffalo Sabres 5-1 now. This is late in the third period. Shane Corson, a pair of goals for the Canadiens. So if Montreal holds on to win, they'll come to the Garden for Game 1 on Wednesday night for the Adams Division Final. Over in the Patrick Division, the Washington Capitals completing the upset over the New York Rangers, winning the series 4-2, the final score tonight. So the Caps close the door on the New York Rangers season. With just 4 minutes left to go now, the Pittsburgh Penguins clinging to a 4-3 lead over the New Jersey Devils. Pittsburgh needs this game to stay alive. If, in fact, the Penguins do win, they'll force a Game 7, and that will take place at the Igloo in Pittsburgh on Monday night. Kevin Stevens of Boston College, a pair of goals for the Penguins in that contest. There are a couple of more winners in our TV38 McDonald's Road to the Stanley Cup contest, and the winners are tonight from Ware, New Hampshire, Scott and Linda Moore. They'll be heading to Game 1 on Wednesday night. And Charlene Evans of Franklin will be heading to game number 2. Congratulations to all our winners. And if you'd like to get involved in the TV38 McDonald's Road to the Stanley Cup contest, all you have to do is send your name and address on a postcard to the TV38 McDonald's Stanley Cup contest. Care of Box 380, that is, Boston, Mass. The zip code 02135. Again, Box 380, Boston, Mass. 02135. So the Boston Bruins advance to the Adams Division Final, taking care of the Hartford Whalers in 6 games tonight. Final score, the Boston Bruins 3 and the Hartford Whalers 1. For Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, John Pearson, and all of us here at TV38, I'm Gene Levanchi. Thanks for joining us, and have a good night, everybody. Boston Bruins Hockey on TV38 has been brought to you in part by your local participating McDonald's restaurant for good food and good value. By your participating New England Dodge dealers. Come see what we're made of. By the 9X Yellow Pages. If it's out there, it's in here. By Budweiser. Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. By DHL Worldwide Express, delivering packages and documents faster to more of the world. By Baybank, introducing the card with new Express Check. Now you can shop by check without writing a check. And by New England Telephone. We're the one for you, New England. New England Telephone. Join us again a week from tomorrow as the Boston Bruins host either, or rather will be at Montreal or Buffalo for Game 3 of the Adams Division Final. Stay tuned next for the movie Contract on Cherry Street. This has been a TV38 sports presentation.